And hello there, gamers! Welcome into the stream. Great to have y'all here for day 7, I believe. Day 7 of the Twitch affiliate speedrun. Let me know if you can hear me. I think I'm doing all right. We're in the house! We're in the house. Received a last minute suggestion. House time! Yep, there we go. We're hanging out in the house. We're going to be changing locations quite a bit over the course of today's stream. But we're gonna start off here because it's a nice little spot. It's cozy. I got a fire. I got some stairs. I got several books. Wow, look at this 360 spin. You can't do that in real life. Woo! All right, let me not make you guys sick. Hey, welcome into the stream, everybody. Void Muffins, Christy, Crazel. I think that's how you pronounce your name. I'm not sure. Pick. I see all the folks in the chat. Welcome in. Yes, I'm here. I'm the floating penguin head. I am the king penguin after all. And we're just going to be chilling today. We're going to do a little bit of building. So there is going to be stuff going on in the background. It's not just going to be staring at my lovely penguin face for however many hours. We're going to actually be doing stuff. We are, you know, most importantly, going to be answering questions. The GIF where I turn, well, let's if it looks familiar, perhaps. Unfortunately, I can't do that on command. I need to do a little, I gotta, you know, do some stretching and kind of get in the right mindset, but, yeah. Sorry, not happening tonight. But yeah, we're just gonna be hanging out today, so hope you guys are looking forward to a nice kind of chill stream. You know, we always get a little unhinged on these streams. That's a little inevitable, but we're going to start things off nice and chill. Anyways, let me sit back down, actually. I like my seat. We're going to get into some questions here. I've got a whole text document of questions, but when questions pop up in the chat, I'm going to be reading those first and foremost, just in case I miss the person that's, you know, actually in the chat. So I see Jack Skelly Boy with a question. First question of tonight. First of all, welcome into the stream. It's great to have you here. I see first time chatter. And they say, how did you like doing the little session with Lagundo for the one UHC Generations video? That was a lot of fun. It was one of my first times actually like interacting with Legs, like one-on-one, especially over a call. So it was a little, not awkward, but like, just a little nerve-wracking at first. I didn't want to, you know, mess up. And I think I was also having some audio issues, but it turned out fine. Hey, Logan, welcome into the stream. Good to have you here. Yeah, no, it was great. I'm honestly just really happy I could continue to be a part of UHC Generations. Like, it's really cool that I'm still able to be involved in this series. And, like, obviously it's not mine anymore. And I'm gonna, like, not try and overshadow the person that's currently in the world. Of course, it's not my series anymore, but if I get the opportunity to be in a little cameo or, you know, just be a little fun little Easter egg sort of thing, like the Q&A with Josh, I'm absolutely going to take that opportunity because it's cool. I love UHC Generations. So yeah, it was really, really great. I was so freaking excited. I was actually watching that video when it came out with Josh, if I remember correctly. We did a little watch party. And he didn't know that I was going to be in the video, and I got to get his reaction to seeing Legs summon me into the world. I was like, it was so cool. It was so freaking cool. So yes, lots of fun. Absolutely lots of fun. But yeah, in case you guys are unfamiliar with this setting, just figured I would show you before we move on to the next question. This is a little house I put together a while ago. This was originally for a 1.20 video. Glad you like doing it. Yeah, no, it wasn't at all like he was forcing me to or whatever. Like, this was entirely we came up with this idea together sort of thing. If anything, I didn't want to overstep because I didn't want to be like, you know, put me in your video for a cameo. Like, no, you know, thankfully it was all fine. I think it was even his idea in the first place. And of course, I was completely on board with it. And like I said, any opportunity to still be involved with UHC Generations, I will be taking that. And hopefully it won't be the last. But yeah, I made this house a while back. It's cute. It's kind of kawaii. It's kind of skibbity. It's a little 1.20 house. I could update this with like some 1.20 blocks, but this is, until I build a different one, this is canonically my home. Got these cool kind of 3 tiers and kind of gradient, dark brown to the lightish greenish brown up there. It's very cozy, yeah. This is where my Skyblock Kingdom series started. I was sitting right here, I think. Don't remember exactly. I think I was sitting right there eating a melon, and I got a little letter saying I was invited to SVK. Yeah, that was fun. There is a basement. Actually, I don't think anyone's ever seen the basement. Like, there's the fake basement, and then there's the real basement, which is a little bit out of order, but real OGs know what this is for. This is pre-SBK. This is a video. This is a fun video. The seance room. Yeah. I think it's down here, right? Yeah, there is a secret entrance. SBK started with the melon and ended with the melion. Yes, it did. Wow, I just said Leon like Viking does. I don't know what's gotten into me. But yeah, there's a cool little basement down there. It's got kind of like a ground level with the fireplace and stairs and whatnot. Actually, Logan, since you're here, I saw you submitted a question, and you're actually first on the list, so yeah, we're going to be answering your question first. Might as well get through a couple of the ones in my text document here. So yeah, Low Gangster says, what is your biggest motivator when it comes to making content? It's a lot of different things, to be honest. I would say single biggest motivator are my peers. The people that I get to make videos with are so incredibly talented and inspiring, and I want to, you know, I want to learn from them. I want to be a part of their group and just make cool videos together. Really, that's about it. Like, obviously, I make videos because I want to grow my channel and I want to be a YouTuber. Like, of course, that's a given. But I think you're talking more like on the artistic inspiration side of things. And yeah, it's either that or I get inspired by like another piece of media or just a funny idea that spawns from a piece of media, right? Like, you know, go-to examples, last year's April Fool's video. That came about because, well, first of all, because I had watched Everything Everywhere All at Once, but then I was talking with Quill about April Fool's videos, or rather he reached out to me asking if I wanted to collab for an April Fool's video, and it just turned into that eventually. But like, that wouldn't have happened if I didn't know Quill and, you know, want to make videos with him. And is fishing in the chat. You can't fish. It's not Wednesday. You cannot fish in this chat. You can only fish in my Discord, but you can do !Discord to learn all about my Discord server if you would like to join there, if you're not there already. But yeah, yeah, I would just say, you know, my peers are very inspiring. Well, look at that. There it is. Yeah, my peers are really, really inspiring. And sometimes I just get really funny ideas and commit to them. And that's how you get stuff like the April Fool's videos. So yeah, that's the answer, I guess. Of course, feel free to ask more questions in the Twitch chat while I'm here. I'll be here for a good while. Derp, I see you in the chat. You asked, will you answer this question? No. And let's see, next up, who else do we have in the chat right now? Voided Muffins. Oh, actually, okay, we'll get to Voided Muffin in a second. We got Jupiter3642. What's your favorite penguin? My favorite penguin is the Chinstrap penguin. There's a lot of great penguins out there. They're all great, let's be honest here. But the Chinstrap penguins have a special place in my heart. They're just funny. I don't know. Kirt King 201, welcome into the chat. I see, first time chatter. Cold? Yeah, me too, man. Me too. What's your toothpaste of choice from Pokefielder? What prompted you to ask me this? Favorite toothpaste of choice? You know what? I gotta say, I have a surprisingly thought out opinion on this. My favorite toothpaste of choice is Sensodyne. Not that I have teeth, because of course I'm a penguin in real life, but if I were to, hypothetically speaking, have teeth, I would use Sensodyne toothpaste. Not sponsored. I just think it's pretty good toothpaste. Kurt King, do you eat white olives? I've never eaten a white olive before. So I guess no, but I would be down to try one, assuming that's a food and not some sort of innuendo for something that I don't know about, assuming it's a food. You knew I'd have a thought-out answer. What can I say? I'm an opinionated penguin. No, as far as I know, Common Architect, you're the only person that's caught a rare fish in my Discord. Exclamation point, Discord, once again. Oh, that's not it. Discord. Yeah, you can fish in my Discord, and there's a 0.15% chance you catch a rare fish. Oh, penguinated. True. Yeah, I'm assuming that if anybody catches a rare fish, like, people are gonna ping me. And so far, I've only seen yours. So, who knows? I'm assuming no one else has. So I'm shooting for the penguin. I know a couple other folks are going for rare fish as well, but we'll get there eventually. Oh, penguinated. Yeah, I like that one. I'm gonna start saying that. Okay, anyways. Voided Muffin. I was just about to get to you when I got a question. You've submitted quite a few. You know what? Quick change of location here. Let's go up to we'll go up somewhere. Let's go over to the construction site. We're gonna change up our location every now and again just so things don't get too boring, you know? Gonna hang out here, sit at the table, admire the steamroller. But yeah, Voided Muffin, you asked a whole bunch of questions. Did the penguin obsession come before or after the Minecraft skin? Way, way before. I've been an enjoyer of penguins for a very, very long time. And I mean it a very, very long time. It's been a hot minute. Yeah, no worries. I appreciate people asking a bunch of questions. Like, of course, I have final say if I want to answer them or not, but ask as many as you like, yeah. What or who got you into Minecraft? My friend from a million years ago. I went to his house, and he had Minecraft on his family computer, and at the time, I had only ever played the browser classic version of Minecraft, but he had real Minecraft. And it was really, really cool and way better than classic Minecraft. Obviously, it had things like survival mode. It was actually up to date. And I was like, wow, this game is sick. And then I asked my dad to buy it for me. And then he bought it for me after some convincing. And here we are. No worries, Derp. You don't need to ask anything if you don't want to. You feel free to just hang out. But yeah, shout outs to my friend. I'm not gonna actually say his name, but cool guy. We're still friends today. Are you good at any instruments? Not really. I used to be half decent at playing the piano, but that was an earlier in life thing, and it's been many, many years since I've played, and I'm very washed. What or who, both, who got you into Minecraft, both the game in general, and as a creator? Well, what got me into Minecraft in terms of making videos? Hermitcraft. During the pandemic, I got really, really into Hermitcraft. Like most people, I started watching Mumbo and Green and then found the rest of the server, like a lot of Hermitcraft fans. And yeah, I watched him for a while. I was also playing Minecraft with my friends at the time, like we had a realm and stuff, and I was like, wow, this looks really fun. I already know how to edit videos, because I had done that previously, not with Minecraft, but with other stuff. And I thought I was pretty good at building. I wasn't, but I was, you know, for a casual player, as decent at building. It's like, why don't I try making YouTube videos? And I wasn't super confident in speaking, let alone speaking off a script, or like, you know, unscriptedly. So I started off just making really short scripted shorts where I was talking about like build hacks and building tricks and stuff, because that's what I was into. And they'd be really little, tiny little videos. Like each short would be just like one item, one block. Like, here's a build hacks video with lightning rods was the first one. And if you're a real one, you know where to find that video, because it's not on my channel anymore. But a certain somebody may or may not have it. And, you know, you can have a build hack for like spruce trapdoors, a build hack for rails, a build hack for, you know, end rods or whatever. Like very specific videos. And then at the time you couldn't monetize your channel with short form videos, so I eventually started branching into long form videos, and yeah, I just kept making long form videos from there. I know you're focused as a builder, but what other realms of Minecraft would you be interested in dabbling in? This is an easy answer. Movement, parkour, ice boat racing, all sorts of movement related stuff. I love movement in games. Hey, Ember7, welcome into the stream. Good to have you here. We're doing a Q&A stream, you know, answering questions from chat. So if you have anything you've ever wanted to ask me, now is the time. How do whales affect your life? I like whales. I have good relations with the whales. Yeah, I would love to get really good at parkour ice boat racing, all that crazy stuff. Anything with movement. I love movement in games that have good, clean movement, which Minecraft is not really one of them. Like, yeah, there's a bit of technical stuff to it, but like, come on, if you're going to play a movement game, there's better ones out there. But I would really like to get good at, you know, be good at parkour and all that stuff. So redstone is cool, but I'm not too interested in it. Commands, I have enough data packing and command friends that I can just bug them to do command work for me. Modding, also not really my thing. PvP, this game is not my competitive outlet. I have other things for that, so I'm not really trying to be that competitive when I play this game. Hey, Ari, welcome into the stream. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me about really anything within reason, now is the time. We're doing a Q&A stream, hanging out at some various builds. Do you do any other art than building in Minecraft? Well, if you count video editing, which is somewhat related, but of course there are plenty of people that make amazing things in Minecraft that don't make videos. I would count that. To be honest, I would count video editing as my primary art form. I think building in Minecraft, it's close, but I think compared to your average builder and or Minecraft video editor, or like gaming video editor, I'm relatively way more skilled at editing than I am at building. Like, not to put myself down as a builder. I think I'm decent. I think I'm like a decent builder, but I think I'm a pretty good video editor, if you know what I mean. You know what it, like, that's relatively speaking, of course. Am I a fan of any Minecraft SMPs? Yeah, I have not watched much Hermitcraft in Season 10, but I was really, really, really into Hermitcraft in Season 7, 8, and 9. Hey, Hester the Frog, welcome in. That's a face from UHC Generations community. Hey, we're doing a Q&A stream, so if there's anything you'd ever like to ask me, now is the time. Now is the time. We're just hanging out. We might do some building later or some MCCI later, but for now we're just hanging out. Gotta go switch over to different scene over here. Favorite penguin fact. Oh gosh, there's so many. There's so many good penguin facts, and it's really hard to pick one. More daisies in the chat, yeah. Geez. Other SMPs. I haven't really watched too many other SMPs. I mean, of course, I keep up with Skyblock Kingdoms when that's running, because, like, that's the SMP that I'm on. I tangentially keep up with Hermitcraft nowadays. Nowadays, I'm a little bit more disconnected from it. Being on an SMP definitely has dampened my motivation a little bit to watch other SMP content, because it's very easy, or rather, it's very hard to not be extremely critical. Not that I don't like the Hermitcraft videos. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the chat. We're doing a Q&A stream. Yeah, not that I don't like Hermitcraft, but as a fellow SMP content maker now, it's very easy, because I've been in their shoes making those videos. It's very easy to be very critical and very nitpicky, and that kind of takes a lot of the fun out of it for me. Oh, hey, another follow. Thank you. Welcome in. Welcome in. We're doing a Q&A stream. Ask me anything you like. Minimalism or maximalism more? Good question. I think I'm somewhere in the middle, to be honest. Some days I'm really on the minimal vibe. Some days I'm very on the maximal vibe. Hester, thank you for the follow. Favorite Minecraft update? Also 1.16, actually. That was the update that I like really got back into Minecraft on. And looking back on it, it was still one of the best updates ever. I have a lot of nostalgia for it, because I've been a Minecraft fan for many, many years. But I like played it on and off very casually, or didn't play it at all until the pandemic, when I really got back into Minecraft, like more hardcore. And as you know, that's when around when 1.16 dropped. So yeah, I got really into 1.16 then. It was like, wow, Nether and Pigstep and Blackstone. It was so cool. Favorite Minecraft wood type? Hey, what's up, Milkman? Favorite Minecraft wood type? Correct answers only. Well, we can take a quick look at all the different flavors of Minecraft sign here, by the way. In case you guys have missed out, we did a little thing last stream where we decided what each Minecraft sign tasted like. So maybe Milkman, let me know your thoughts on this. I feel like you have opinions on this. Roasted beetroot, Thai tea, vanilla wafer, birthday cake, uber fancy vanilla bean, decrepit yam, caramelized onion, and this one's great. We got a strawberry. We got a. We got coffee with almond milk. We got 83% cacao, dark chocolate, pomegranate, and blue raspberry Jolly Rancher. I would say my favorite wood type depends on the situation, and I can't say endstone. I'm probably going to go spruce wood, to be completely honest. Spruce wood is pretty awesome. I know that's a very hashtag basic opinion, but I'm a spruce wood enjoyer. Other ones that are up there, I mean, acacia is pretty awesome. Birch is birch. Jungle is nice. Pale oak, I think I'll like a lot more when I get a feel for it. I haven't really used it enough to really have good opinions on it just yet. Birch is alright. Birch is solid middle of the tier wood, I would say. I'd say my least favorite wood type is probably crimson. Like, it's not bad. None of the wood types are bad. Oh, dark oak is really good too. But crimson, I just don't find it very useful. Curtain with another UHC Generations questions. How much do you know the others that are part of UHC Generations? Have you met up in real life? We have not met up in real life. How much I know about them? Not a lot. Honestly, we're all friends, you know, but of course we're in varying degrees of contact with each other. Like, of course, as you guys know, Quill and I interact on a semi-regular basis for videos and stuff. And of course, Josh and I were on Skyblock Kingdoms together. I've gotten to know Legs a lot more recently, which has been cool. Like, I appeared in one of his videos and stuff. Moai is just not really on the internet a lot in general, so I don't really talk to him that much. None of them really talk to him that much. None of us really talk to him that much because he's just out in the world. He's not on Discord. Like, you don't see him in the UHC community server. That's for a reason, because he's just not on Discord that much, and that's all good. So yeah, it depends. Next question from Voided Muffin. If you were to start your dream SMP, what would it be? Surprisingly, I've never thought about this that much. Like, maybe a little bit, but I have not thought about this as much as you would think, considering I've not played on an SMP. I think it would be... I think Origins would be cool. I've never played an Origins SMP, but I think that could be neat. I'd also want something like... I want it to be original. Like, there's been plenty of Origins stuff. It's not just going to be regular Origins SMP. Like, oh, I'm a dwarf. I'm a penguin. I'm a, you know, a freaking skibbity toilet Mr. Beast origin. It would have to be something more than that. I don't know. Personally, though, I am a bit of a preference towards short-term SMPs as opposed to long-term. I think that if something runs for more than a year or two, or a year and a half even, it's like, I don't know if I can keep that momentum going for that long, but anything below a year, I think I'm all fair game for. Favorite bit or events from SBK? My whole chorus fruit stuff with the Waffle House and all of the whole chorus fruit curse was a lot of fun. That was definitely one of my favorites. Favorite bits in terms of like funny moments. Birch Games was a lot of fun. Everything being named Duvid was a lot of fun. All the different ways people say Vintage's name is a lot of fun. Events. I mean, Parkour Kingdom is up there, of course, but beyond that, oh, I really like the IRSS just because I ran that, I organized it. IRSS was really cool. Being able to be Cherry Leon was a fan favorite. When will me and Root beat Ulm to death? I'm not sure why we would do that because Ulm never did anything wrong. So like, why would you just beat up an innocent guy? Oh, the Ollie thing was fun too, for sure. It was a little overwhelming because we were like all there. It was a little like just mentally overwhelming, but it was fun. I mean, hey, having someone like Ollie on the server, that's really cool. That is really, really awesome. Any fun build tricks or designs that have inspired you while playing with others? Absolutely. I get inspired by people in a building side of things all the time. Like, just going down this list, like, this building is inspired by a BOO building with B-dubs structure. These trees are inspired by some trees that I saw Creomon make. This building, I don't remember what this is inspired by. I think I just wanted to use the green blocks with tough. I might have gotten that from somebody. Like, I get inspired by random builders and stuff in Discord and on YouTube like all the time. So any particular tricks? None are coming to mind right now. But I love like seeing those random like, you know, fun texture combos, illegal building techniques, like all those little things. Very, very inspiring. Favorite type of thing to build, asks Ember7. Right now, it's probably very similar to what we're looking at right now, actually. Like cities, buildings and structures, as well as like little small organics and stuff. I've always been a fan of custom trees, just don't really have the patience for huge ones. I like these like more player scale custom trees. Like this is a relatively, I mean, it's even a little small for like a real tree, maybe. Could be a small tree, I don't know. Yeah, I'm lately been a big fan of these kinds of structures. I think really getting into the nitty gritty with the details of the texturing and whatnot, like really thinking about color combinations, really thinking about these funny illegal building tricks. Like, this cool stuff like the vertical slab with the wall, like this is not relevant in like an organic or like on a really, really large scale. If you're looking at it from all the way back here, you're not going to notice it. It's the kind of thing that you get on the close-up. So I think I've always been a fan of smaller, more highly detailed, more close-up builds. But I don't know. I don't have a crazy preference one way or the other. Do I play any board games? Yes, I used to play a lot more board games. I really love... It's funny that Viking is here, but I really love the Dominion board game. No relation to the SMP. But I really like Dominion, the board game. Or rather, it's a deck building game, but regardless, I love Catan. I love Betrayal. I love Codenames, and a lot of other really fun board games out there. Yeah, big fan of board games. It's hard to find the time and the people to always play board games, but I have a little collection. Favorite dice? Yes, D8. D8's awesome. D8's my boy. When is the Feet Stremma? Oh, the Feet Stremma. Oh, whenever you want, Viking. You and I, we meet up. TwitchCon live dog reveal would be crazy. Would be crazy. All I'm saying, would be kind of funny. Fish Moai or Skibidi Leon? I mean, I'm a little bit biased here. Skibidi Leon's my goat. That's my guy. That's my soul right there. You're speaking my internal monologue there when you bring out the Skibidi. But yeah, TwitchCon Feet stream. Maybe dog reveal. Yeah. Favorite pizza combos? I love meat on my pizzas. Sausage, pepperoni, chicken. Also love artichokes, love buffalo sauce, love more meat. So Goldfish are good 44, thank you for the follow. We're doing a Q&A stream. I'm talking about how much I love meat on pizzas. But yeah, give me a meat lover's pizza and I will eat it. Secret talents or a fun/odd fact? Well, secret talent. Some of y'all may know this, but I am an enjoyer of dance games. Talked about this a few times. I keep this relatively under the radar because it's very much irrelevant to Minecraft and whatnot. But yeah, big fan of, I wouldn't say rhythm games because I don't really play rhythm games, but I play dance games and I'm pretty good at a couple of them. If you're familiar with arcade games like Dance Dance Revolution, Pump It Up, Step Maniacs, yeah, those are all cool. I'm definitely best at Pump It Up. Just Dance, not really into motion controls. More of an old school stepping on arrows, this kind of stuff kind of guy. But for any Pump It Up enjoyers out there, Dance Stream, I've wanted to do this for the longest time, but there's no way I can do this without like a bunch of cameras and stuff. It's gonna be crazy, but I have plans. One day, if I ever own a cab or pad, I'm gonna do the craziest streams you've ever seen. I am going to be dance gaming like crazy and playing Minecraft at the same time, and it's going to be sick. But yeah, for any Pump It Up enjoyers, I'm like decent at the game. If anybody here happens to know what like a level 22 is like, that's about my limit is 22s. I've passed a good handful of 22s. And I'm very proud of that. Singles and doubles, by the way. Hey, Solar, welcome into the stream. Actually, Solar, you're here at a great time because we're talking dance games. And you asked me about this. I was literally just talking about it. Yeah, I play Pump It Up And I like other dance games. ITG, you know, awesome. Don't have much experience with it. My main thing is really just playing Pump It Up. Pump It Up's a great game. What can I say? It's like DDR, but it's better. More arrows equals better game. But yeah, I cap out around level 22 on Pump It Up, which is, you know, it's kind of up there. I put my time into the game. I grind. It's something I'm pretty proud of. But yeah, honestly, if I ever... I'm not in like a physical location where I'd be comfortable owning a dance pad, like a real legit dance pad. I'm not buying one of those crappy foam ones. Hey, Christy, if you start playing 22s, let me know. Then we can talk. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, one of these days, if I ever own a pad and figure out how to integrate that into a stream somehow, I'm 100% making a cool dance game stream, or even like a hybrid Minecraft Pump It Up dance game stream. I would 100% do that. It would be so sick. But yeah, that's all the Voided Muffin questions. Thank you again for submitting those. It's very good questions. Well, Solar, since you're here, also, by the way, you don't need to submit your questions in the Twitch chat. You can do so on Discord. Just let me know once you did, because I won't see it immediately if it's on Discord. I don't have Discord open right now. But if you do, let me know and I can go check, and then I can go answer your question. But yeah, Solar asked a bunch of questions as well. What series or shows do you take inspiration from? Mostly other movies and shows. I've seen a lot of The Simpsons, which I think is a big reason why I love parody so much. Like, I love making parodies of things. Whether it's an April Fool's video or just like a bit within like an SBK episode. I love whenever I can, if I find like a funny satire of something, I just jump on that idea. It's just really fun. A go to parody makes me very happy. So, and that is what The Simpsons is. It is a, you know, parody of, well, I mean, a lot of different things, but primarily it's a satire of, you know, a family sitcom. Other things, yeah, I mean, definitely taken inspiration from some of my favorite games. I mean, this can be anything from music choices to builds. Like, as you guys, some of you guys maybe know, SBK Season 1, a lot of the End Kingdom builds were pretty heavily inspired by Lord of the Rings. I was having a big Tolkien resurgence phase around the time SBK was starting and you know, in its first half. Like, I read through the entire trilogy, rewatched the entire trilogy, read The Hobbit. Didn't watch The Hobbit because I value my time. Yeah, like, oh man, and you can see that in the statues and in a lot of other things. The way I did the whole chorus fruit thing was very like Gollum-esque. I think I've talked about that before. We did like a SBK Q&A a while back and I mentioned that, but yeah. They kind of, media inspires me a lot, whether it's builds or music choices, or, for example, the sad music in the finale of my SBK episode in the intro is just the intro music to Xenoblade Chronicles, which is one of my favorite games of all time. So, can't go wrong there. I'm fixing a part of my build that is broke. Don't mind me. Preferred ramen prep? I love me some instant ramen. Yeah, big fan of instant ramen. If anybody here is an enjoyer of the Indomie ramen, I don't remember exactly what country it's from, but that is some dang good ramen right there. That is easily my favorite kind of ramen. Have I ever considered a Discord server member Minecraft server? Yes, but I don't know how to do that without exposing my IP address, and it's also a lot of overhead. Because I would want mods, I would want plugins, I would want security and administration stuff. And considering that I'm already spread thin enough as is between my day job and obviously making videos, managing my Discord server, you know, keeping in touch with other communities, and obviously real life friends, like I mentioned, playing dance games is a rather time consuming hobby as well. Of course, taking care of myself, cooking, cleaning, you know, making sure I'm living in a half-decent living space. That all takes a lot of time. Still gotta sleep, still gotta exercise. Yeah. Is that the thing? Hold on.
Oh, come on, dude.
Oh, that's it. Yes, thank you, Viking. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I won't be able to listen to the whole thing right now, but I appreciate that Viking sent me some voice lines for an upcoming video. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Let's see, what was the question? Yeah, so that's why no Discord server right now. Not opposed to the idea in the future, but it's not something I'd want to do unless I am a full-time creator. Yeah, when I do, you know, it's funny you asked the ramen question because I literally just ate ramen before this. Yeah, I add a bunch of stuff to my ramen. Eggs, vegetables, meat, spam, scallions, all that stuff. Really, really good. Really, really great things. I'm not just eating instant ramen plain. That's a little sad. Music/album recommendations. Yeah. Well, I'm not sure what you like, but oh man, one of my favorite albums of all time is Lateralus by Tool. Very much not family friendly, but it's a great album. Really makes you think. Yeah, rhythm game music, Camellia. Yeah, there we go. The Camellia, that's peak. That's culture right there. Go. Yeah, actually, Milkman, you know what? Go listen to Camellia. Look up Camellia on Spotify and just become one with the noises. All right, changing locations. Spam is fine, just fry it. It's like any other meat. Just fry it. Well, it's pre-cooked, of course, but just what did I just do? My game froze. Oop. Okay, we're back. Yeah, fry it, you know, season it, put some stuff on it. Don't just eat it out of the tin. That's weird. Okay, let's see. More solar questions. Do you play rhythm games? I already answered that. Yes. Pump It Up mainly. I dabble in other ones. Really, it's just Pump It Up, honestly. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? 7. Who is someone you'd want to collaborate with, and what do you want to do with them? Thought about this a little bit. I mean, honestly, I haven't thought about this too much. Like, it would obviously be really crazy to get to work with like any of the big name Minecraft creators. I think any of them that are like more lighthearted, more goofy, more story focused, I could really get along with. Well, I mean, one thing at the top of my list is I'd love to just continue being a part of UHC Generations and collaborating and getting to know whoever ends up taking the world. So that's a big one up there. I've had kind of like a crazy off the wall video idea where I would collab, or where I would bring on Smallish Beans into a video, into actually a 10 Builders video. So once again, probably never going to happen, but given the opportunity, I have a really funny 10 Builders idea that involves Joel. So once again, don't know him at all. He doesn't know me at all. So there would have to be some pre-established connection made before I would ever try and make this happen. But like, it would be cool. It would be pretty awesome. Have you ever played an instrument? Yeah, I used to play the piano. I don't anymore. Oh well. Favorite book series growing up and or favorite game that isn't Minecraft? Yeah, I mean, listen, Joel, Joel, that's obviously a moonshot because he's like one of the largest creators out there. But I would also like to get to know him. He's a funny guy. I like his style of humor. I love his videos. I'd love to talk editing with him. He's made some really funny stuff in his Hermitcraft videos. I'm sure other stuff as well. But yeah, I just think his personality and the way he talks to the audience would be really a really good fit for my video idea. But anyways, favorite book series or favorite game that is Minecraft? Favorite game that's not Minecraft? I mean, I can name some other ones. Favorite book series growing up? Oh man. This wasn't really a growing up because I was already a teenager by the time I read these, or at least a young teenager, but two of my favorite books of all time. I'm a big sci-fi guy. Well, not huge. I know some huge sci-fi guys, and I'm not them. But I've read a decent bit of classic sci-fi, and two of my favorite books that I did read as a child, so I guess it still counts as growing up, are the Foundation Trilogy and Dune. If you have any interest in classic sci-fi that makes you think. Isaac Asimov, you know, even stretching into the realms of philosophy and politics, especially with talking about, Foundation can get very philosophical, very sociological. Dune gets very political, right? Gets very political with his messaging, has a lot of interesting themes and messages behind it. Yeah, they're not easy reads, but I would absolutely recommend the Foundation trilogy and or the first Dune novel to everybody. The Dune novels are way more expensive and arguably more interesting than than the movies, because it's very difficult to capture the voice in film, because you kind of need a ever-present narrator in the form of the text you're reading. So I think that no Dune movie can really 100% capture the book just because of the nature of the voice. And I know there's a Foundation TV show. Haven't seen it, couldn't tell you how it is. But, yeah, it's pretty good. Did Leon's dream of skibbity toilets? Yes. It's probably happened at least once. Dune is great! Yeah, I haven't read the other ones. I should at some point. I know they get really, really, really weird. Do I think money is overrated? I think money is rated exactly how it's supposed to be rated. And that's kind of what the economy is. Yeah, Dune's really, really cool. Yeah, that's all the Solar questions. Thank you very much for your questions, Solar. Always happy to chat. Rhythm Games and Woodchucks Chuckin' Wood. So, yeah, let's see. Who else? Who else have I seen so far? Well, let's just go through a couple of the more, like the one-off questions. People who only asked one question. And hopefully they see it. I haven't necessarily seen them in the chat just yet. But hopefully they see their question being answered. Double checking. Yep, no one's asked any more questions. That's fine. Whatever the concept of Dune is very cool. Dune's got a lot of concepts to it. Have I missed anything else? Let's see. Oh, hey, Miki, welcome in. Good to have you in the chat. We're doing a Q&A stream tonight. We are, in fact, in the dorm, for better or for worse. We're actually going to go switch things up. New scene, new location. We're not going in the tent. Sorry. Oh, you know where we are going? We're going to SBK Dining Establishments, and we're hanging out in the House of the Waff. We're going to everybody's favorite dining establishment. Time set, midnight. Effect, clear, turn off night vision. And here we are, everybody's favorite location. In this exact spot right here is where I learned that he was not the one for me. And this exact spot here, we sent a friend off to new adventures. And in this exact spot here, I didn't add in the armor stand, so there are no seats. Anyways, we're Waffle House maxing for these questions. Z-Tech, favorite fish to eat or otherwise? My favorite fish to eat is salmon. Big fan of salmon. Otherwise, I don't know. Prepping something for April Fools? Absolutely. The world we were in previously, April Fools 2025. Actually, Tuesday's stream, highly recommend you go watch the VOD. Tuesday's stream, we were doing a behind-the-scenes creative building where we were working on some set pieces for the Waffle House video. Or Waffle House video, sorry, Waffle House is on my mind, for the April Fool's video, not the Waffle House video. I already made a Waffle House video, 2 of them, that's SBK episode 8 and 9. Yeah, April Fool's video, it's great. We didn't finish all the set piece building, and a lot of it I had done off camera beforehand, but it's there. And favorite cold-blooded animal? Jeez, I don't know. It's a good question. I'm a big fan of, like, iguanas are cold-blooded, right? I do like iguanas. I don't know if they're necessarily my favorite, but iguanas are really cool. Yeah. Lyric says, how much do you game fish on Wednesdays? A lot. Almost said fish days. Apparently the words are not wording tonight, because, you know, I mean, like...
I feel so Sigma.
As always. Wednesdays are usually my dance game day, so I'm often just, like, not home for a while that day. So when I say Fish Gaming Wednesday, I mean it, because I'm literally gaming on the Wednesday. It's kind of awesome.
I feel so Sigma.
Do I have a favorite kind of salmon? Not really. I'm not well-versed in salmon enough to know what the flavor differences are, so no. Do I have a mustache? Penguins cannot grow facial hair. Opinions on the British? Quilby's pretty cool. I'm sure the rest of them are alright. Let's see. Penguin Hopper says, what is your favorite video you've ever made? I don't know if there's a definitive first favorite video ever, but I can tell you some of my favorites. The April Fool's video from last year. It's pretty good. April Fool's video for this year is also going to be pretty good. On top of that, my SBK finale is one of my favorites. My SBK episodes 8 and 9, which are the conclusion of my Chorus Fruit lore storyline, are also some of my favorites. UHC Generations episode 10 is one of my favorites. It's the weird ones. It's the freaky, creepy, just weird, weird ones that end up being my favorites in the long term. Let's see. Other favorites. My Axiom video, where I learn Axiom in a week. That's a legendary one right there. All the 10 builder. Oh my god, the next 10 builders video. Oh man. The ending is going to be so freaking fire. The horror series, it's gonna happen eventually, I promise. Just not anytime soon, sorry. But I do want to, I genuinely want to. Credit card info. Social security number. There you go. How often do you observe humans to learn of their architecture? Well, I'm currently sitting inside McMurdo Station, and the scientists seem to have left me alone for the time being, but yeah, they found like a talking penguin, and I've just been kind of, they did a lot of tests. They're like trying to figure out what's what. In their words, they say, I'm in fact built different. So yeah, thankfully they left me alone in a room for a bit, and they left a laptop in there. So I immediately watched all of Skibbity Toilet and made me into the person I am today. Favorite thing ever? The camaraderie of my friends and peers. How about that? Do I have any pets? No, unfortunately. And no, I would not want a pet penguin. They're smelly and gross and hard to take care of. So excited for April Fool's. Yeah, April Fool's is going to be sick. The 10 builders video is going to be really sick. Oh my god, like this 10 builders video, I put a bit more work into it than usual. Some crazy stuff happens at the end, and you guys are going to love it. No premiere, because I'm premiering the April Fool's video. It's also a 53-minute video, so not really something I want people to stick around for, because that's a lot of time. Do I like fishing in real life? I only ever fished once as a kid, and it was really boring, so I'm going to say no. It's probably fun, but I would like to do it again as an adult. Would I ever do a meet and greet? I mean, if I was a large enough creator and there was like an audience for it, maybe. In an ideal world, I would still be remaining anonymous by way of the penguin mask, but I know it's not practical to wear that thing all day, because it's hard to see out of, and yeah, it's just rather uncomfortable. But yeah, like in theory, yes, and I am gonna be at TwitchCon. If you really want to, you can just go find me. I will be wearing a penguin mask whenever possible, but of course, I will probably also not be wearing the penguin mask sometimes. Of course, in any sort of IRL appearances, I would greatly prefer, very much prefer, that people do not take pictures of me or post pictures of me online where I'm not wearing the penguin mask, but I know that I can't control what people do. Because ultimately, if somebody wants to do that, that's their prerogative. I would very much prefer people not try and take unsolicited pictures of me and put them on the internet, because that is very, very weird and not cool. But I can't control what people do, and that's the inherent risk of going to these IRL events. Somebody could do that. Not that I think anyone necessarily would now, but if my audience is larger, who knows? Get a fursuit penguin head for ventilation? Honestly, might have to. The one I currently have is like not good for ventilation, and also just like not made of a good material. Like it smells like toxic rubber, and that's why I don't like to wear it for long periods of time, because I really feel like it's just bad for me to wear it for more than like 20 minutes or whatever. Like it does not smell good. It smells like rubber and latex and like the cheap plastic or whatever. So yeah, if you take a picture with him without the penguin, well, if anybody comes up to me and asks for a picture, I would politely but firmly request that I put on the penguin mask for any and all pictures. But like I said before, I can't stop people. People should respect their privacy. And in an ideal world, everybody would. I just know that you can't 100% guarantee that. What should I have for dinner? Raw fish. In a healthy, you know, sushi grade way that won't make you sick, of course. But raw fish. It's pretty good. More questions from Penguin Hopper. Already answered the what is the favorite video I've made. Who is my favorite YouTuber? Gosh, I don't know. I mean, there are a lot of YouTubers that I just have an insane amount of respect for. Like Etho, BOO, I think are all fantastic. Mumbo Jumbo's been doing some amazing stuff lately. Outside of the realm of Minecraft, there's a lot of other ones that I really like, but that gets a little personal, so I'm gonna stick with just Minecraft creators for right now. And obviously my friends, you know, my friends also have really cool channels and make amazing things, you know. You got all these awesome people that I get to work with, you know, Josh, Viking, Avid, Ruby, like all these other people. Milkman is in the chat, Vintage as well. These people are just really awesome. Obviously, everyone at SBK is really cool. But yeah, I have a lot of respect for a lot of these people. Hey, well, Legundo mentioned, yeah, he's definitely up there too. Awesome guy, awesome videos. Are you really going to keep that name on Twitch? Yes! I'm Ride or Die Leon69 Yeet Dab. Do I watch Jacob Geller? No, I don't know who that is. There is a hypothetical future where I do start streaming a lot more and the Twitch channel becomes a larger part of my brand, or maybe I do change the name, but it's always going to be my business email. I can't change that. That's just there. Like, and wait till you guys see what I've got cooking for you later this month. I did say 3 surprises in March. March 1st was the UHC Generations full movie re-release. Not the biggest surprise, but still cool. March 6th was this whole Twitch affiliate speedrun. Hey, Elfie, hello! If we're doing a Q&A stream right now, so if you have any questions you'd like to ask me, now's the time. But yeah, welcome into the chat. What's up? Elfie's another person that is one of my favorite creators. Really cool guy. Check out his Twitch, check out his YouTube. My guy is one of the craziest builders and grinders I've ever seen. The things he manages to do in survival Minecraft are simply jaw-dropping. And I would like the world to know how awesome he is. So go check out King Elfie on YouTube. I'm actually going to put his YouTube channel right here in the Twitch chat, because I can do that. It's not something I do very often, and I forget you can just put links in there. But we're just going to put Elfie's channel right there, and you should go subscribe, and you should go watch his videos, and you should definitely go watch his Skyblock Kingdoms Season 2 videos when they come out. Some Guy 209, welcome into the stream. We're doing a Q&A stream. Appreciate you stopping by. If you have any questions you'd like to ask me, put them in the chat or in Discord. Miki asks, what larger creator would I like to make a video with if I had the option? I kind of answered this already. I have a cool 10 builders video idea that involves working with Smallish Beans, you know, Joel. So I think that would be awesome. That's the main thing that comes to mind. I would love to just talk with any of the, you know, Hermits or Empires people, because I think they're really cool and just, you know, fun people to be around. But yeah, I think yeah, so that's my main thing. There's probably other ones. If I sat down and thought about more, I could maybe think of some more, but those are the ones that come to mind. Yeah, that's the Penguin Hopper questions. Thank you again for submitting those. I plan on sticking with this name, and you know, I can make iterations on this name too. How many fish does it take to satisfy a penguin's hunger for a week? Good question. Well, it depends on the size of the fish. Depends on how ravenous the penguin is. You know, penguins, there's a fun penguin fact for you, actually. We talked about fun penguin facts before, and I couldn't think of one. Penguins' body weights change so much because they have a crazy eating schedule on a year-to-year basis, because they spend so much time fasting and then feeding when they're out in the water. In the whole, like, you know, mating and child rearing process, that they can really almost, like, some penguins, emperor penguins, can lose up to like a third of their body weight during their fasting, because they just don't eat for like months, while like they take turns, because like the female penguin goes out to eat, the male penguin hangs with the egg and with the chick for a while, and they just have to sit there and hold the egg. They're not eating, they're just sitting on a giant iceberg or on a giant ice mass, just holding an egg for like 4 months. and they don't eat. There's no food, so they just have to hashtag lock in and hashtag tough it out, and they're real for that. What breed of penguin are you? Chinstrap penguin. That's canon. What's my favorite thought experiment? Jeez. I could probably give you a better answer if I like remembered what are some of the famous ones. Nah, I can't think of any good ones off the top of my head, but yeah. I have to get back to you on that, to be honest. Giant baby penguin. Yes, Pesto, my goat. There's been a couple penguin facts about Pesto in my Discord server. Exclamation point Discord in the Twitch chat to get my Discord server link. Come become a penguin like the rest of us. Pesto is my goat. I love Pesto. We love a good king penguin. I've seen king penguins and they're awesome. I also like Pesto, the food. Have I ever watched Evangelion? Yes. I have seen Neon Genesis Evangelion. I've not seen all of it. I've only seen the base show, like the, episodic anime, and I liked it. Very not family friendly. Can't necessarily recommend to everybody because, wow, it's a very brutal show, but it's really good. I love the cinematography. I love the use of color. Story is great too, of course. Don't get me wrong, but I could totally see myself being very inspired by that style of cinematography and like the way they shoot the way they not shoot because it's drawn, but the way they draw their scenes and compose them, I think is really, really pretty, very, very inspiring. What is the name of a group of penguins in and not in water? I believe the name for a group of penguins is a huddle, but I actually don't remember. I should know this. If there were more penguins around here, maybe I'd remember this better, but I'm the only one. Get in the mech, Leon. No, I refuse. My father, he never loved me. Ah. Oh no, my childhood trauma. Yes, Billy got the mecha arms. Yes. Anyways, let's get back to some of these questions. I'm gonna go sit in front of the bees for a bit. A puddle, no, a huddle with an H, because of the huddle. I'm gonna sit in front of the bees for a bit and answer some more questions. That's what EVA is about. It's about mech pilots with childhood trauma. I voted for Penguin. Does that make me an honorary Penguin? You know what? Yes. Elfie, you get the LeonSBU Penguin seal of approval because most people did not vote for Penguin. And I appreciate that about you. Let's see. Potato Muncher Munch asks, what does the SBU mean? That will be answered on April 1st, my friend. I hope you stick around for the premiere. It's going to be great. Blemo says, got any tips to start a YouTube channel? Yes, I talked about this a little bit more in depth in my interview with Quilby, which also I'm going to link because if I had made this video, it would have been one of my favorite videos. But of course, I didn't make this video. It's a Quilby video. I was in this video alongside Marmalade, Viking, Avid, and Josh. And it was a really, really awesome video. So check that out when you get the chance. You might get some uber secret LeonSBU lore, as well as a more detailed explanation of tips to start a YouTube channel. But basically, find a style of video that you like, that you would want to reproduce. Doesn't have to be doing it differently, doesn't have to be necessarily reinventing the wheel here, but make something your own way or make something differently. And if you enjoy the process just as much as if not more, then you enjoy the result, then maybe keep going. It's really hard to make it big, as they say in YouTube, and if you are only doing it for the fame and the glory and the number go up, then I don't know, go into finance, start investing in stocks or something if you just want to watch the number go up. People who are making YouTube videos, at least at this kind of smaller scale, are doing it because they love it. They love the game. They love what they do. And I do. I love to build. I love to record videos. I love to talk to an audience. I love to talk to my mic. My mic is right in front of my mouth. Oh. I can eat it, sort of. I love to edit. And I love to make thumbnails. And I love to see the reactions from my audience to the things that I make. So, yeah, tips. Find something you're passionate about. Keep making videos. Keep practicing. Your first video is going to suck. My first video really sucked. My 10th video really sucked. My 100th video also kind of sucked. But now I'm happy with the videos that I make. Stick with it. You're gonna suck when you start. No one doesn't suck when they start. If you don't suck when you start, it's because you have not improved since then. You know? And continuously improve is another suggestion. You should never be reaching a point where you just make the same video forever. Try and make each video better or different than the last. And I say better or different because trying to make every video better than the last is an insane like power creep race to the bottom where you're eventually just so stressed and so anxious that you cannot make another video. But that's the time when you want to make something different, or ideally before you get really stressed and anxious. Make something different. Try out a new formula. Try out a new format. Try out a new thumbnail. Try out a new editing style. Download some new music. Download some new sound effects. Film something differently. If you usually make unscripted, like Let's Play style talk to camera videos, make a scripted video. The other way, or if it's the other way around, try and practice talking unscriptedly in front of the camera and see what happens. Am I allergic to anything? Yes. What? None of your videos suck? Yes, they do. The old ones suck. I've unlisted a lot of stuff. And yes, Elfie is correct. Rule number 1 of content creation, have fun. If you don't love the process, if you don't love what you do, if you don't love the making, you shouldn't be doing it. That sounds kind of harsh, but like, you gotta enjoy the process just as much, if not more, than you enjoy the result. But yeah, I've privated a lot of my older videos that really suck. So, yeah. Pick says, can science satisfy our need for truth? I hope so. Yes. Having your own space is definitely important for this kind of thing. Obviously, just for a matter of like personal boundaries and whatnot, you want like a private space where you can work, but also like noise pollution. Like if someone else was at the same desk as me and they were also recording, there is no way my voice wouldn't just be in every single thing that they record, because you gotta project your voice. You gotta talk kind of loud. If I just talk really quiet and like really, you know, really unconfident with my speaking, like really, you know, really quiet, and like this is not, people wouldn't watch a video like this. You have to like really project your voice, be a little bit louder than normal, be a little bit more energetic than normal. It helps a lot. Does the penguin yearn for home or the void? I don't know. Can I choose both? Those were not little whispers. Those were just me putting on a really nasally and stupid voice. If this is ASMR, then my actual ASMR video is good ASMR, and it's definitely not. So yeah, I'm not doing that voice anymore. Okay, going down to some more questions. Nathra says, what's your favorite what's your favorite wood type? There is another favorite food question. We'll get there. What's your favorite wood type and why is it spruce? Winky face. Sort of answered this question before. Spruce is definitely up there. Dark oak is up there. Jungle is up there. Acacia is up there. Bamboo is surprisingly up there. But yeah, we can go with spruce. Why not? Both is not an answer. I mean, sometimes I want the void. Sometimes I want home. Home is not the void for me. Home is a place of things and comfort. And I don't know if necessarily the void is that, but I don't know. Yeah, bamboo mention. Let's go. There's Mig. Shout out. There he is. There's my boy Mig. Go follow him on Twitch. Go subscribe to him on YouTube. You say the bamboo and he appears. You know what? Mig is currently working on a really awesome Forever World survival series. And it's really awesome. And it's been really doing numbers on YouTube. So you should go watch his videos because they're great. He's a cool guy. What's my favorite block? Okay, yeah, there's the follow thing. Perfect. What's my favorite block? Melon. Easy answer. All right. Next up, we got a question from Cordyceps. What's your favorite food? I mean, this is like not even trying to do the in-character penguin bit, but like raw salmon is definitely up there. Like sushi grades raw salmon. Delicious. Absolutely incredible. Other ones. Pizza. I'm a big sucker for Italian food. Pizzas, flatbread, pastas, Fried calamari. Oh my gosh, I'm a big fan of Italian food. What can I say? Italian food just goes so incredibly hard. Italian style sandwiches. Avid, hey, welcome into the stream. Raw salmon's great. It is. Avid, we're doing a Q&A stream, so if you have any questions you ever wanted to ask me, not that you couldn't otherwise, but now is the time. Now's the time taking questions on Discord and Twitch and whatnot. Got a whole text document open here. Yeah, you know what? Y'all know who Avid is already, but I'm also going to do the whole shout out. Avid MC, my boy, there. I have to wait 25 seconds before shouting out another person. Well, that's unfortunate, but we'll shout out Avid in 25 seconds. Do I have any other liminal restaurants in mind to build? Sort of. Maybe. Like, I'm sure there's going to be an opportunity for it at some point. It's just when the inspiration strikes, then I will do it. There it is. There it is. Go follow Avid. Avid's got some cool stuff coming. Some very, very cool stuff coming tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. Keep your eyes peeled, folks. You don't want to miss it. It's going to be pretty awesome. Yes, eyes emoji, indeed. You should be eyes emojiing, as a matter of fact. It's quite cool, quite skibbity, quite demure. Pretty awesome. Very excited. Anyways, all right, more questions. What do you think of title card? I'm not sure what you mean by that, unfortunately. But I do like title cards. I do like my chapter cards when I edit videos, so... like it'd be possible to miss. Fair enough! You know what? It's gonna be hard to miss. But... go check it out anyways. Am I a diva? Of course I am. I mean, just look at me. Just look at this. Just look at this.
I feel so Sigma.
Oh, you know what? I've configured... hold on. Quick pause. Christy, I see your questions. We're going to get to you in just a second. Oh, favorite color, red. I've configured my soundboard in such a way where I can kind of play it almost like a DJ thingy, whatever it's called. And I can just, like...
I feel so... I feel so... I feel so... I feel so Sigma. I feel so... I feel so...
I can just make it say those things, and it's awesome. Like,
what the... what the... what the...
I could just make it say what the skivity whenever I want. It takes some timing, because I have like a sound stop button that I could just tactically press at the right time. And yeah, I could just make it say whatever brain rot I want, and it's awesome. Anyways, hey Elfie, listen buddy, listen, you want to see cursed Elfie? I don't know if you've experienced the curse. I don't know if you've experienced the full... I might just start mashing buttons, my friend. We can get some real gaming going on here. If you've enjoyed the stream this far, I bet you're really enjoying it now. If you're really enjoying the stream now. I'm sorry, Alfie. I mean, I'm not, but like, you gave me an opportunity to show it off. This is what my brain sounds like. Yeah, me too, honestly, me too. Back in the house. Do I have the Fish Gaming Wednesday music as a sound? No, but I have the overlay. Absolute cinema. Yeah, so this is the time where I'm going to announce that I'm actually partnering with King Elfie for Skyblock Kingdom Season 2. I don't care what kingdom you are next. We are at war. All right. Well, that's going to be interesting. That's going to be a lot of fun. Let's see. What kingdom? Oh, yes. Okay, I remember now what kingdom you are. Yes. I know what kingdom Elfie is going to be, and I know what kingdom I am going to be, and that could be fun. Anyways, Christy, you put in a bunch of questions. Let's get to those. All right. What is your most favorite thing or aesthetic to do in builds? Right now, I kind of mentioned this earlier on stream, but right now I'm really digging the like urban kind of city vibes You know, like skyscrapers and buildings and structures and sidewalks and stuff and little trees. Another breakup and or yearn next season.
What a Sigma?
Yeah, that's what I'm really enjoying right now. Like little trees, like that little cityscape in my April Fool's set piece world is something I really, really enjoyed putting together. So I'd say that. What kind of builds do you find yourself struggling with? Large trees, large builds in general. I'm not the most patient person when it comes to builds. Oh, also another thing I really love, terraforming, like landscapes and stuff. Landscaping, I love making cool custom landscapes like the snowy biome on Avid Adventures and the cool surrealist biome for my Axiom video, like those. Yeah, I struggle with a lot of builds. I struggle with a lot of shape-related stuff. Definitely don't have a lot of patience for the really, really huge builds, which is why I generally stick to smaller things, which works out for survival. But, like, I'm not much of a mega base guy. Yeah, terraforming's fun and creative with Axiom. The thing is, King Elfie terraforms in survival because he's just on another level. So he's literally just...
It feels so Sigma.
He feels so Sigma all the time. Why the penguin for a skin? I like penguins. Let's see. Who/what inspired your current editing style? Like with my content in general, with my builds, I get a lot of inspiration from my peers. You know, I could call out other folks who I know that I think have really good editing, like Legundo and Avid and folks I think have definitely inspired me with like certain things like time lapses or just how to film, how to record certain kinds of stuff, whether it's like a time-lapse bit or like a little on-camera building bit. B00 is a huge inspiration as well. His videos are very well done. Yeah, Sierra is goated. Sierra is an incredible editor. We've talked a little bit about editing in the past. Yeah, he's really, really talented. Yeah, Avid's videos are great as well. Very, very well done. My guy has really improved his editing game so much in the past couple years. Not that his editing was ever bad, but like now he's really putting out some incredible stuff, and it's just gonna get better. Like I said, tomorrow, whoo boy. Yeah. Oh, I forgot he's here. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, everybody run. It's not just cuts. You do your music, you do your cool super long fades. Ooh, Taco Bell on AA, that would be awesome. First experience involving penguins? Actually, yes, in 2nd grade I learned about penguins and I thought they were cool. And here we are. It goes all the way back. You know when you just have that one interest or fixation from childhood that just sticks around? Like for a lot of people, it's like Pokemon or like a show or video game from their childhood. I don't really think I have any like early childhood media that's really stuck with me, but like the penguin. Yeah. Let's see. What got me into editing videos? Yes. The concept of editing videos was introduced to me at a very, very young age because I was into making stop motion video, like stop motion animations out of Legos. And my dad, who has always been worked in like tech and stuff, knows his way around computers and audio video stuff. My goat, by the way, my dad, absolutely wonderful human being. He'll probably never see this, unfortunately, but just because he doesn't watch my streams, not that I ever would expect him to. But yeah, my dad's an absolutely lovely and wonderful human being, and he's very much inspired a lot of different aspects of my life. So yeah, he showed me video editing and, you know, making videos as a kid. And then I got into it myself as a teenager later in life. And kind of learned how to do it in high school. I did a lot of video editing in high school. Kind of dropped it for a little while and came back to it when I started making Minecraft videos. All right, yeah, take care. 144i, I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but hey, thank you for tuning into the stream. Appreciate you being here. Hope you have a good night. But yeah, my dad's awesome. This all really boils down to my dad. A lot of my stuff, the things I'm able to do, like my editing knowledge and a lot of my like hardware stuff is all thanks to my dad. So my dad's awesome. He's a great guy and I appreciate him very much. Let's see. Yeah, current editing style. Honestly, I've just been editing videos for so gosh darn long that I think I just like kind of just come up with random stuff. I don't know. All right, see ya, Voided Muffins. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate you joining the stream and asking the questions. Yes. Yeah, no, Dad's awesome. Let's see. I have a really oh, someone asked if I had any collections. Yeah, I have a penguin collection. Speaking of which, Christy asks, well, you have a really big penguin collection. What's one of your favorites? If you don't mind answering, what's the oldest thing in the collection you own? I don't remember. Some of them have been around for a really, really long time. I don't remember what the oldest one is. My favorites from the collection, I have 2 penguin plushies that I bought in New Zealand, which is a very far away place that I really like. New Zealand's really awesome. I have a semi-realistic plush of a little blue penguin from New Zealand, and then another little penguin from another place in New Zealand that's just more of a cartoony penguin. And yeah, those are 2 of my favorites. I wouldn't say they're necessarily my favorites, but yeah, those 2 come to mind. Let's see. What do I look forward to the most in TwitchCon? Meeting all my, or not all my, but meeting a whole bunch of my online friends that I've grown very close to in the past couple years. Giving them big hugs as I meet them in person. Really getting to know them as people, not just as faces on Discord. Spending time with them. Seeing... TwitchCon is going to be cool, yes. But, like, I'm happy to go there, but, like, I'm more so excited to just really have quality time with my friends. And that's that. All right, see you, Ember7. Thanks for stopping by. Glad you enjoyed the stream. And have a good night. Let's see. Have you been watching any kind of series recently? Yes, I have been watching and absolutely loving Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks is awesome. It's so weird and surreal and goofy. And I wish I had gotten more into David Lynch's films and shows earlier in life. Because I could see myself... every time I like watch a show or a movie, I get a little inspired to, you know, make for my video making. And I could totally see... I mean, I have been taking inspiration from Twin Peaks so far, just in my ideas, and I think we can definitely do a bit more of that in Season 2. But yeah, Twin Peaks is awesome. Can I draw? No. Well, not well. Alrighty, let's see. So that's all those questions. Let's see. Got a couple more here. Filippo, not sure how to pronounce that name. Do you have any hobbies outside of gaming? Yes. I like to exercise and do cardio and do all sorts of fun fitnessy things. Yeah, you know, running, the aforementioned dance games, which really falls into both categories. It's gaming and it's also cardio. I like running, I like biking, like going to the gym and lift big thing a lot. Weightlifting and all that has been more, resistance training has been more of like a recent thing for me. Been doing cardio for way longer. Do I feel comfortable sharing my age? Well, I'm canonically 59 years old, and seems to have been going for a while, and I think that's all I'm going to say. Do I watch Link Z? No. Don't know who that is. Oh, I've heard the name before, but I don't know anything about that person. What is my favorite reason to be a penguin, asks Askdella. There are many good reasons to be a penguin. We're just cool guys. I don't know, what can I say? This is a somewhat related question. We're going to hang out in the trash area because it's where I belong for this question. But yeah, this brings up a related thing where, like, being a penguin, you know, obviously, yes, haha, being a penguin on the internet, but, like, specifically within the realm of Minecraft or the realm of content creation. If there's any of the fellow SBK folks still here, you know, Elfie, Avid, Mig, I'm curious if any thoughts on this, because, like, the vast majority of people in the MCYT world, or just the, you know, Minecraft content creation world, their personas, their characters, their in-game avatars are humans or humanoid-esque people, right? Obviously, there are people, a lot of people take more like fantasy elements, you know, elf ears, deer antlers, and whatnot, but the vast majority of people are human or humanoid. And I'm very much breaking the mold here by being a literal penguin. And on one hand, I think it's cool. It's very representative of who I am, because I freaking love penguins. And I think it's cool and I think it's unique. But then, of course, I know that people have shared their experiences of, like, not really feeling like it makes sense. It really fits in. Like, you know, speaking of Smallish Beans, you know, bringing him up again, as you guys I'm sure know, my dude was just Shrek for the longest time on YouTube. And of course he had his reasons for switching away from that, because he didn't like how, like, on fan art, you know, everyone else he was drawn with would just be like a human, would be like a representation of their character. And he was just Shrek. And of course, he wasn't really a huge fan of that, so eventually he switched over to being a human. And I totally respect that. Now, I'm in a slightly different situation where Shrek is a copyrighted character, right? Smallish Beans does not own the likeness of Shrek. That is, of course, owned by DreamWorks. And I'm in a different case where I'm just a penguin, right? Where, of course, on one hand, yes, not everybody wants to draw penguins. Would I get more fan art if I was a human? Probably, but I don't think that little extra bit of fan art is worth it, because being a penguin is, like, definitely part of who I am here. More non-human reps in this space is cool. And for the people that do want to draw me as a penguin, I feel like they're going the extra mile there, and that's just that much cooler. Now, of course, people are more than welcome to draw me as a human. There have been multiple human Leon designs over the years, some of which are, not some of which, all of which are great, of course. All fan art is awesome. Yeah, like, I don't know, I just think people having that flexibility is nice. I wouldn't ask people to draw me as a penguin or human one way or the other. It's really just what people prefer. But yeah, I know I'm being a little bit #different over here, but you know what?
I feel so Sigma.
I think it's pretty cool. I like it. I don't plan on changing it anytime soon. If I were to change this and become a human as opposed to a penguin, I would probably do what Quill does, where he's, like, obviously very bee-coded, but it's just like a human in a bee suit. Like, what if one day I just unzip? What if there's a really, really tiny zipper just between my eyes right there? And one day, I just reach into the screen and I just pull the zipper down. And out of that penguin suit that folds into two is just a guy. What if I did that one day? How would you feel about that? So, like, that's always an option. Hey, Dean, thank you for the follow. Welcome into the Q&A stream. I think this, yeah, it came at an interesting time because we just talked about some funny stuff. But yeah, if I ever wanted to just be a human, I would just do that. Like, I'm just wearing a penguin onesie a very convincing penguin onesie this entire time, but I don't plan on doing that. Like, I don't have, like, an eventual, like, oh, when I hit this many subscribers, is going to be a big reveal. Like, no, I'm just going to be a penguin for as long as I feel like being a penguin, you know? There's no rules to it. It's whenever I feel like. Do you guys want to see the inside of the Applebee's, by the way? Because I never made an interior for this, so it's just... yeah. It's just... this is a realistic depiction of the inside of an Applebee's, I gotta say. Like... this is actually what it feels like in real life. If you've never been to an Applebee's, it actually just feels like this. So, yeah. My door broke. All right, more questions. We got a few from Crazil or Crazily. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Hey, Dean, thank you for the question. I'll get to it in just a second. I just want to read through Crazil's questions first. What does the SBU stand for? You'll find out on April 1st. Stay tuned for the premiere, my friend. What's your height? Well, chinstrap penguins are generally speaking around, I want to say, 0.7 to 0.75, maybe 0.8 meters tall. So whatever that is in customary, we'll go with that. What's your relationship towards penguins? I like them a lot. Penguins are very cool. Unlimited bacon but no games, or unlimited games and no bacon? Oof. I mean, I like my games. I mean, look at what I'm doing right now. I'm playing a video game. I've played several video games, as a matter of fact. At least 2. Usually it's only 2, but at least 2. Maybe more like 3. So I gotta say, you know what? Bacon's pretty awesome, but there are other very delectable pork products out there. I knows who knows. Hey, welcome into the stream. First time chat. Muse me to Taco Bell on AA. Nice. I appreciate that. That's culture right there. Yeah, there are plenty of other good pork products out there. Thoughts on the fall of Constantinople? It certainly happened. 1453, if I remember correctly. What a year that was. What a year. All right, question from Dean. So I was wondering on your opinion on something Tolkien, which do you believe is the case? Is Gollum / Smeagol a split personality or just so insane from the ring that he's just fighting himself? Okay, Migs corrected me on the question. See, I'm just reading what the viewers have asked me, but I appreciate the clarification. Unlimited games, but no games. All right, awesome. Yeah, to be honest, I don't really have a good answer for the Gollum Smeagol thing. To me, it feels like that he's fighting himself. That whatever little shreds of the original guy are, you know, lost control for the most part over the body, but they're just kind of like he's having an internal conflict all the time. Because it's the ring. The ring has its own personality, right? The ring has, of course, the soul of Sauron and all that evil that comes with it inside, embedded into the ring. And that's had taken such a hold over him that it's probably like more often than not, right? It's the dominant personality inside this creature. But of course, the original guy is still there sometimes. So yeah, don't have a real answer for you, but I'm leaning towards the second one. What is my favorite game outside of Minecraft right now? It is a Korean dance game called Pump It Up. It's pretty awesome. Play that pretty often. I love stepping on arrows. Any Tolkien input was valued. Sauron was a big problem as early as the Age of the Trees, really. I mean, I guess as a Maiar, he was around the entire time. But I don't know the early tales well enough to remember exactly like what he was doing. Obviously, Morgoth is the big... Morgoth and to a lesser extent Ungoliant are the big baddies at the time and whatnot. But yeah, wish I knew that stuff. Wish I knew my Tolkien a little better. Yeah, dance games are awesome. They're fun. Yes, fellow Lord of the... Hey, Elfie is also a big Lord of the Rings fan, so if y'all want to start chatting Lord of the Rings, actually, you could do that right now because I'm going to take a quick break. I'm going to go stretch my legs, going to go waddle around for a bit, so if y'all want to chat Lord of the Rings or just, you know, go grab a snack, go run around outside for a little bit, go do that, and we'll be right back. And we're back. I see half my viewers have gone. It'd be like that. Anyways, we're back, everybody. Hope y'all had a nice little break. But let's get back into some questions while we're here. We got a few more questions to get through. Ah, there we are. Okay. I thought I got through all your questions, but I just had not scrolled down enough. Yes, okay. Crazyl, welcome. Welcome back. Let's get through the rest of your questions. Many Minecraft content creators have expressed concerns about the Mojang, Microsoft, EULA, and the current state of the MCYT field. Are you concerned too? I wish I knew more about this. I probably would be concerned if I had a better idea of what's going on. So I'm in a very privileged position to say that because as far as I'm aware, whatever changes are happening really don't affect me directly as a primarily building, survival, you know, I just kind of play the game, then tell stories and build stuff kind of guy. But hey, hold on a minute. We got a raid from Vintage Applesauce raiding with a party of 20. You know what that means, folks? It's a vintage raid. Look at that. Welcome into the stream, everybody. Oh, I'm black. There we go. Okay. Oh, the sound is still going. How do I stop the sound? You know what? We're just going to have the sound go forever. Anyways, welcome in, Vintage. I hope you had a great stream. Yes. You know we had that prepared. It's just going to keep going. Because, you know, there is, in fact, no need to be upset. Actually, this might be copyrighted. Hold on. Sorry, this might be copyrighted. Anyways, yeah, welcome in, Raiders. Great to have you here. We are hanging out on some SVK dining establishments. I have been answering a whole bunch of questions. This is a Q&A stream. So if you have any questions, please do put them in the chat or put them in Discord, and I will answer them right now. You did have a good stream. Awesome. I know you're on AA. Hope you got some cool stuff done. Haven't been over there in a hot minute. I should probably be there at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna take my position in the house. And yeah, here we are. I didn't realize that was so loud. Sorry, guys. It's not so loud on my end. Take a look at the picture I sent in the Discord. Can I? I mean, I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Oh, nice. That's a cool looking build. Greek temple looking vibes in the house. In the house. Look at this. The Waffle House. This is my seat at the house, guys. What do colors taste like? They taste like... That's what they taste like. Good, you got some stuff done. Very nice. We love a productive stream. I was thinking about doing some building on this stream, but I just have way too much talking to do. Like, I got way too many questions to answer. So we're not doing anything productive today. We are just staring directly into my eyes and observing as I hang out and talk about a lot of things. The sound, new background music. Yeah, hey, Duvid, hello. I didn't realize you were here. Sorry. Welcome in. Welcome in, everybody. Duvid, it's great to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Let's see, scrolling up, party, yeah, okay, I see the raid and all that. Favorite Lego Ninjago character. Ooh, why am I tabbed out? There we go. I don't have one. I don't know anything about Ninjago. If you were given a year where you didn't need food, sleep, etc., could only play Minecraft, build one giant build, what would that build be? It would either be... So I think if I were to do that, it would be a build from something. Right, because I think if I pick an idea like, you know, oh, steampunk factory, I could make a crazy steampunk factory. But I feel like inspiration can only get you so far for a build of that size unless it's inspired by something. So I would maybe try and make the entire world of some of my favorite games. You know, speaking of steampunk factory, one of my favorite games of all time. And probably the game world that I would make all of in Minecraft, like Grazi Breath of the Wild in Minecraft, just lock in and make the entire thing like that. I would make the entire world of Xenoblade Chronicles, because that game is incredible. That game genuinely has meant so much to me, and it is one of my favorite games ever. I love the story, I love the characters, I love the world. Pretzels, yes, pretzels are great. Xenoblade Chronicles is incredible, and if I had a year, I would recreate the entire map in Minecraft. What colors do you think flavors have? I would think that Dubin, you just short-circuited my brain. The first thing I went to when you said that question is just this.
It feels so Sigma. It feels so Sigma.
So yeah, I think that's what flavors taste like. Anyways, let's get back to some more questions from chat. I feel so Sigma. Yeah, Duvid, you did this. You brought this on yourself, Duvid. Duvid, you did this. You did this. You did this. All right. What would red taste like? These are really tough questions. Any tips to remove the brain rot from my brain? Well, you could abandon all technology and go run around in the woods forever. You could get a lobotomy. You could get so much brain rot that it underflows and you just come out the other side a like angelic being. Just you know, helpful tips from yours truly. Anyways, next question from Crazyl. Your channel has a mix of builds, SMPs and stuff. Do not get a lobotomy. It's a free country, Vintage. But yes, don't get a lot of lobotomy. It's a bad idea. Do you think this impact the views because of the diversity of content? What's your favorite kind of videos to make? Leon Bottomy. I mean, that would, you know what? Maybe that's the thing in SBK Season 2. I open a lobotomy stand. Like, you know, instead of a flower stall, it's a lobotomy stall, and I just bonk you on the head really hard. Anyways, yeah, to be completely honest, like, my channel has always suffered from, not always, but for the longest time now, suffered from too much diversity, and then also, oh, sorry, that sounds awful. Too much diversity in the sense from an algorithmic performance perspective, which of course I usually don't agree with. But the fact that I started off my channel doing primarily building tips, build hacks, build tutorials, right? I made a bunch of really bad tutorials back in the day. If you want good tutorials, I have been seeing some awesome tutorials from the one and only Acorn Bandit, who is unfortunately not here right now. But if you want good Minecraft tutorials, go watch her videos because Acorn's tutorials are really great. But yeah, and then I pivoted to like survival stuff, right? But I've always been very split between the creative mode, informative, educational, not really entertainment in like the story and character sense, just strictly informative stuff like the 7 quick tips videos, the build hacks videos, the shorts. Oh my god, the shorts. So many dead subs from shorts. And then now, of course, I do more story-driven stuff, whether it's UHC Generation, Skyblock Kingdoms, and of course now I do like build challenges and stuff, like the 10 Builders videos. The ultimate goal is to bring viewers into the story-driven stuff that I make, like Skyblock Kingdoms, or if another thing ever comes around like UHCG where I can be part of that. That's the ultimate goal. Those are the things that I enjoy making the most. Skyblock Kingdom Season 1 was such an absolute pleasure to be a part of. Those videos were so incredible. The experience was just so incredible. And I think Skyblock Kingdoms is at the bottom of the funnel, where it has the smallest amount of wide appeal, but it's what I enjoy the most, what I'm most passionate about. Not to say that I don't like, you know, making a building tips video or a 10 builders build challenge video, but it's like those have wider nets. Those can reach more people, and it's just a question of how many of those people can I bring into the core of what I really enjoy, which is stuff like Skyblock Kingdoms. So yeah, I guess that'll answer your question for favorite type of video to make. But yeah, so really, like when people are, you know, when people are like, oh, you know, how do you get more people to watch SBK? It's tough, right? Anybody can go look at the view numbers and go see that, yeah, you know, average Skyblock Kingdoms video can like get maybe 1,500 people on average versus a 10 Builders video, which gets like 100,000 or 200,000. Like it's a big difference. So really the best way to support the channel, like I don't do Patreon, I don't do all this stuff where I ask for your money, not asking for subs on Twitch or whatever. The real best way to support the channel is just find people that maybe watch my videos but haven't seen stuff like SBK, or just don't know about my channel in general but maybe would like SBK. Just spread the word, comment on my SBK videos, like the videos, help boost them in the algorithm. That's really the best thing you can do to support my channel, because ultimately I would just love for more people to see Skyblock Kingdoms and these other story-driven videos that I will surely make in the future. That's really the ultimate goal here. How many big words can I use in a sentence about grocery stores? That's probably it, to be honest with you. How many people can I brain rot, you mean? Yes, absolutely. Billions must know about Skyblock Kingdoms. I agree. I want the entire world to know how amazing Skyblock Kingdoms is. Pneumo ultra microscopic silivolcaniconiosis? Yes, I can pronounce that. It's a cool word, isn't it? I can say that, but I can't say the word. That's cool. Incredible, yes. Any interest in world builders like D&D? Yes, I love D&D and tabletop RPGs. I don't really play them nowadays just because I don't really have the time or the community for it. I'm also not a huge fan of like online over Discord TTRPGs. Anti-disestablishmentarianism is pretty cool. Pretty good word. Yeah, I used to run a lot of D&D and play a lot of D&D for a good 4 or 5 years there at least. It's just kind of not really a part of my life anymore. In an ideal world, I'd have time for it, but it's one of the things that I've accepted that I just do not have the time for. If anyone in the stream has asked me about dance games, see ya, Purple Nova, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate the questions. Quite a few people have asked me about dance games, yes. Or it's not so much that they've asked me, it's just that I've yapped about it incessantly for a long time. Yeah, D&D is a big time sink. It's really awesome. I just need an in-person crowd. Yeah, I ran a game that was well over a year. Like, I DM'd a game that went for well over a year. I've DM'd a lot of stuff. I've DM'd one-shots. I've DM'd small campaigns. I've DM'd large campaigns. Once again, been a while. Rusty. Very rusty. But I can do it. I can definitely do it. D&D's pretty dope. But yeah, listen, don't get me started on dance games. I've already gotten started. The thing is, like, the average person doesn't know stuff about whatever niche dance game I'm playing, so it's a little hard to talk about. But yeah, I be playing dance games. I be playing Pump It Up. I be passing 22s, just kind of crazy. You never thought I'd get this far. I know you don't know what that means, but if you ever seen a level 22 chart in Pump It Up, it's kind of nuts. It's kind of tricky. So they got a lot of notes in those. Yeah, D&D can be pretty unapproachable, especially if someone doesn't have a history with games and fantasy and stuff like that, and fantasy worlds. So don't blame you. It's a lot of fun, but it can be a lot. Last question from Crazyl. Red pill or blue pill? Can I eat both? Maybe both? Maybe both? Maybe one will taste better than the other, perhaps? I don't know. But if I had to pick, probably red pill. I don't remember what they signify. It's been a minute since I watched The Matrix. I just like the color red. Yeah. All right, let's switch worlds. I'm curious where we want to end up next. I was considering doing some MCCI, but I've also never done the fishing before, and I don't really feel like learning it on the spot. A lot of other things I had in mind just require a little bit too much concentration, but let's try and do a little bit of building. How about that? Let's try doing a little bit of building. I want to try and get a baseline for like some snowy mountains in place, because as you may or may not know, we did a creative building stream a couple days ago. Behind the scenes building for the upcoming April Fool's video, and I have yet to make snowy mountains. Yeah, that was one of the things I need for my April Fool's video, so I'm going to try and make that here in Axiom. Technically speaking, following the original movie's theming, the red pill is transgendering. Awesome. All right, well, my answer is even more validated then. Sick. Okay, shape tool. So the way I make mountains, I start out with a cone. go to AA and check out the Taco Bell real quick. Go to question. Do I real quick hop onto AA and check out the Taco Bell? Is that like a thing that was just made? Before I get too deep into the mountains here. Because I could just go do that. This is the right instance. Is this a thing I can just go look at right now? I don't know, Vintage, if you're still here, or anybody that was on AA recently, but if you're coming from Vintage's stream and you're mentioning it now, it's probably there. So why don't we take a quick little stop on over to AA and see what's up. Nope. There we go. Supposedly, there's a Taco Bell. Welcome to Avid Adventures, folks. Y'all know what this place is. Avid's cool adventure map. Oh my gosh, look at this. New trees. Whoa, look at these. This is very pretty. We worked on this last week. We worked on Amogus Lake. Yeah, this place has really been filled out though. Wow, look at this. I knows who knows. Where is the Taco Bell? You gotta let me know where that is, or else I'm not gonna find it. But wow, this place looks really good. They have not finished texturing the ground just yet. A lot of unfinished grass there, but whoa, look at these fall trees. Ooh, that's cool looking. Ah, that's cool looking. All right. Well, hey, thanks for providing the silly questions. I'm glad I pronounced your name well. I was really assuming that I didn't. But hey, thanks for tuning into the stream. Glad to have you here and hope you have a good night. It's by Vintage's area. Okay, onwards to Vintage's area. Sure, send it here and I'll try my best. All right, where is the Vintage? There's a large frog. That's cool. Oh, let's go Taco Bell, yo! Wait, this is awesome. Oh my god. If Muse did this, that's sick. That's really sick. Muse, good job. Absolutely. Absolute. Oh my god, they got the floor and everything. The old school Taco Bell vibes. Let's go. Absolute cinema here. Yeah, okay, I'm not going to pronounce that very well. Hexacosioi hexacona hexaphobia. Look at the bathroom. All right, well, gender evil bathroom. Skibbity. Let's go. We got the toilet. Let's go. All right, hold on. We need to be a sneaky little guy here. Hold on. Minecraft player head command. Head command generator. We're gonna be a little sneaky here. Where is this? Player heads generator. There we go. Search. Is that not how that works? Hold on. User. I need the command for generating a custom player head. Quick. Does this work? It does! All right! Okay, we're so back. Pale oak trapdoor, get that out of here. Yeah, amazing. We're also gonna put some, where is it, resin? I feel like putting resin on the floor for some reason. Yeah, it works. We got the.
I feel so Sigma. I feel so Sigma. I feel so Sigma.
We got that. We got the little sink. We got the lights. Absolutely incredible. Now, nobody is going to tell them about this. We're not going to go tell Muse about this. It'll be our little secret, okay? It'll be our little secret. Ah, good day on the Avid Adventure server. Oh, well, this Taco Bell is great. What's back here? Oh, yes, the big grill, fryers, storage and stuff. Nice, nice. Muse did a good job with this. Wow. Very well done. Anyways, back on over to the April Fool's video world. Let's try and make some mountains. I want like big snowy mountains. Put it in a crate. Ooh. Yeah, you're right. We gotta go do that. Because, like, people are gonna notice the bathroom. And that'll be, you know, removed eventually. But people may not notice. Wait, sorry. It's gotta be properly named here. Let's be completely clear here. It's gotta be the proper naming conventions. It's not necessarily skibbity. It's risithical.
I feel so Sigma.
And we're not gonna put just one. We're gonna put all of them there, and then we're gonna put one additional secret one inside the smoker. Just in case they find the barrel and they break the barrel, there's gonna be one more here. Alright. Mountains. Risithical, yeah! Oh man. Oh, hey, Muse is in my video on Saturday. It's gonna be fun. Alright. Cone. Stone cone. Let's see. How big can we make this cone? This is how I make mountains nowadays. I start with the cone, flatten it out, give it a little bit of shape. But I'm trying to make like a snowy mountain pass, you know? So we're gonna actually bring this up here. By the way, I think I've gone through all the questions in my document. But if anybody has any more, feel free to toss them my way. Always happy to answer more questions. Yeah, I think I've got all of them here. Very nice. I want to taste the cone. Well, come taste the cone. Get your own Axiom instance. Go make the cone. The cone's right here. All right, we're gonna want some tall mountain. What part of the ice cream cone do you like? I like all the ice cream cone. Ice cream cone is delicious. The idea here is we're gonna make some, you know, mountains of various sizes. I want to make like a windy mountain pass that goes through the entire area. And that's what I'm going to be walking down. Don't like Axiom? Yeah, fair enough. To each their own, right? I think it's pretty awesome, but that's just me. Now, of course, we're laying out a very rough shape right now. I'm kind of just putting mountains wherever I feel like it. And we'll go from there. It's going to be very not good looking right now. That's fine. We will make it look good afterwards. Opinions on cockatiels. I love cockatiels. They're really cute. They're really cute and awesome. I don't think I'm cut out for owning a bird. But I think cockatiels are awesome. And in an ideal world where they're a little bit easier to take care of, maybe I would have one. I think birds are cool. Unsurprisingly, I think birds are cool. Birds are messy, yes, and noisy, and hard to deal with at times. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot. All right, what can I say? We're high maintenance creatures. Yeah, let's get some more mountains. The ones that go awebo. I'm not sure which ones go away. I mean, I can go awebo, but I don't think that's what you wanted. Yes, we're kind of just putting mountains wherever we feel like. I'm going to have a vague pathway running through here, but like, once again, it's just kind of up in the sky so you don't see too much of the background. We're going to have to make these all snowy, so I'm definitely going to texture them. Probably like dark, like deep slate, blackstone kind of vibe, you know? But for now, right now, I'm kind of just putting them wherever I feel like. So we need a lot of mountains. Doing this by hand back in the day, or with World Edit, really tricky. Axiom, huge lifesaver in this regard. But you can see kind of I'm forming the path, right? Going up that way. Going to kind of snake around here. And I think it's going to turn. It's going to turn in that direction. So we're going to want another mountain here to kind of block it off. I don't want to have like a too straight of a sight line, you know? This be a real large boy. They're loud. Ah, feather mess. I see. Yeah, that's got to be a lot of maintenance. Fair enough. Yeah, so this path is now curving. That's what we want. 10 tarantula-sized ducks or 1 duck-sized tarantula. I would rather fight 10 tarantula-sized ducks because I do not like the idea of a duck-sized tarantula because I don't like spiders that much. They're okay, but tarantulas are a little creepy. Oh, a bird that talks and have them say egregious things. Yeah, I could make a bird say skibbity. I mean, I already am one, but like another one. I'd have one that could join my ranks. You know what I mean? That would be pretty poggers and cool. They're awesome, but a bit dumb. Yeah, fair enough. They don't seem like the most intelligent kind of bird. But what can you do, really? All right, so we have enough mountains to start with. So I think we're going to try and work with what we have here. Now, of course, they're supposed to be, like, snow-capped. But the idea is, well, first of all, we're going to want to probably smooth and distort these a little bit. Like, they have very geometric shapes, which you don't necessarily want. Teach them math. But we can smooth these out a little bit. First of all, I want to make sure that the pathway is smoothed out. Right, this is going to be our pathway. It's going to wind around this way. Going to bring it around here. If you could own a bird, what kind of bird would you want? I mean, in an ideal world, I would like a penguin, but I just know that, like, practically speaking, that's a bit too much. So, yeah. Hold on one second. Freehand draw. Let's just make sure we get our pathway in here. Let's do red concrete. Besides penguins, I think like owning some sort of parrot or cockatiel would be really cool. It's going to mark this path so it doesn't get lost. Any sort of axiom stuff. Bringing it down like that. Very nice. Ooh, a little bit too much there. There we go. So hopefully that helps this thing not get totally destroyed. There we go. Very nice. Now for a little bit of texturing, I'm thinking let's go in with like a base noise gradient. Well, how do we want to approach this? There are tools where it can shade automatically based on the height, the steepness, but I don't own those. So the bird yap. Yeah, the bird yap. Let's go. Bring on the bird yap. Gonna do a little bit more smoothing here, I think. Because these mountains are definitely still too uniform. Right? They're very clearly not organic. We can also probably use the distort tool on some of these to really carve out some weird sections, make the shape a little bit more funky. All right, do a little bit of axioming over here. Red-tailed hawk. Those are pretty great. I gotta say, good pick right there. Good pick. But yeah, we're just gonna try and distort these mountains a little bit more. Get them a little, little funky, little messed up. We can even distort and then smooth, which is a cool little trick. Because the resulting shape becomes very different to what it originally was. And I want that. I want these different shapes. I want weirdness. Quetzal. I don't think I know what that bird is, actually. Ravens. Oh, I mean, ravens are smart, though, right? Ravens and crows, right? They're very, very intelligent creatures. I would imagine they can be fun, but they can probably also be very high maintenance, yeah. African gray parrots. Yes, those guys are cool. They're so cute and very smart too, from what I remember. Yeah, like some of these shapes are just way too like geometric. We want to round them down at the top, you know, get them a little more blunt peaks. Like this is just too geometric, you know. Hey, welcome in, first time chatter. Ray Sombro, I believe, is the name. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that correctly. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you checking out my Skyblock Kingdoms videos. That actually really means a lot. Was just talking earlier about how much I love Skyblock Kingdoms and how much I want more people to get into the series, so the fact that you have is really great. Yes, Skyblock Kingdoms is currently between seasons. Everything that you saw already was season 1. There is going to be a season 2. It will happen this year. Cannot tell you exactly when. The start date is still under wraps. And yeah, it will be started up again. We're going to have brand new season, brand new kingdom pairings and stuff. Going to be starting over from scratch. It's not going to be for a while. It's not going to be like tomorrow or anything, but it will happen. And I appreciate your interest in SPK. Distracted from what? I'm not distracted from anything. I'm not distracted from anything. You're welcome. They try and unbrain rot me when I'm not looking, but it doesn't work. Valiant effort, but yeah. I mean, when we started, we didn't necessarily plan for it to have multiple seasons, but we all really liked season 1 so much. At least, I mean, not everyone on season 1 is going to be necessarily returning for season 2. But there will be a season 2, and we're going to have some new folks come in to replace the people that are not returning. And yeah, with the new wood type and stuff, right? Like Pale Oak is now a thing, so there's going to be a new island for Pale Oak. Yeah, there are going to be some changes, but it is going to be more of that Skyblock Kingdoms awesomeness that we've all come to love, and I'm very excited for it. Ooh, I like having the little divot there. That's cool. Secretary birds are so diva material. I see. The more you know. I think we've got these like large peaks in here, which are now become very rounded. And I feel like the way we fix that is actually by adding in some more really small mountains. Maybe not out of red concrete, but we bring that down. Thank you. I'm glad you liked the videos. Yeah, Skyblock Kingdoms was a lot of fun. And when season 2 comes out, you will definitely know, because I will be making a lot of noise about it when it comes out. So you'll definitely be aware. As long as you're following the channel, following my Discord and whatnot. If you want updates on everything, all my videos, I do have a Discord server if you're not in there already. Drop. Manuel282673 says drop. All right. I've dropped. Hey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Wee. All right, let's get back to the gaming. Oop, shaders, didn't mean to do that. I mean, penguins can't fly. Exactly, we don't fly, we just drop, like that guy just said. So, it just makes sense. Y'all probably know this already, but Penguins Can't Fly was the name of my elytra on SBK. Drop. Sorry, if I keep dropping, I'm not going to get these mountains done. But hey, welcome to the stream. Doing a Q&A stream, so if there's anything you'd like to ask me, now is the time. I know it doesn't seem like it, because I kind of ran out of questions, so now I'm mostly just building. But I was answering a bunch of questions. We're all talking questions and stuff earlier in the stream. It was pretty great. Drop? I don't know. Very good question. The brightest minds have been asking this for generations. So I feel like, you know, we have these big round peaks, but these small little guys are really adding a lot more realism? Not quite realism, but just variety to these mountain peaks. Right, you can make them like really thin and tall, and they don't really take up much like additional space on the footprint, but you got these like funny spikes. Sure. Of course, a little bit out of proportion. Ooh, the kakapo are also really cool birds. I love me a good kakapo. Can't forget about those funny guys. It's funny because I kind of like the more rounded look of these mountains, but then I find myself wanting to put more angular peaks on them. I just think some of them look a little stupid like that. So we're just going to be adding a teensy bit more like that, perhaps. My guy is dropping. Especially if the peak is a little bit like off-centered. I feel like it looks kind of cool. Alright, Manuel, please don't spam though. I'd appreciate it if you did not spam. How long is left? See, I don't know what that means. I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're gonna have to be you use a little few more words there if you want a real answer from me, my friend. Publicly shame Viking in off topic. Oh no. Nice, excellent. Want the Minecraft cover. Yeah, see, you're still doing the whole being incomprehensible thing. Can't really help you there, my friend. Alright, these are looking kind of neat. I think the small peaks definitely add a lot. Some of the shapes are still a little bit funky. Like, too much. Still not entirely happy with this, but... Minecraft capes. Oh, yeah. I've heard about the capes. Can't say I'm super into capes, TBH. They're cool for the people who want them, but I'm not really in any rush to get them. Already did the TikTok one. Oh, that's what you're talking about. See, if you had used more than like 3 words, maybe I could have figured that out. Here, how about this? I actually control exactly when you get the cape. And I've been holding it back because you've only been saying like 2 words. So you have to just type at least 5 words, and then maybe you'll get the cape then. No guarantees. Where is the bot with the drop? I ate it. Sorry. If you light a bunch of candles in a circle and scribble some ancient runes in a leather-bound book, and you say Skibbity Riz 25 times, the drop will appear. Yay, pentagram stream. Woo! That would be funny. We love a good summoning circle, don't we, folks? Oh no, I punched a hole in the grass a million blocks away. Gotta put that back. Yeah, that summoning circle. It's cool and poggers, what can I say? Alright, we need to texture this thing. I think the shape is looking alright. Let's try something here. So, the peaks are of course going to be snowy. I vote Herobrine. Yeah, let's summon Herobrine. Alright. The peaks are going to be snowy. The rest of it's going to be like less snowy. I feel like we start off with a bit of a noise painter. We do some snow, we do some calcite, and we do some white concrete powder. And this is going to be for the snowiest bits. Like, we bring that up a little bit. I scribble sigils to encourage certain outcomes. Very nice. Gonna try and just get the snowiest snow-capped sections and just get those as a pure white, right? The parts that are very flat, like here, and also the parts that are covered in the snow. So we like around here, because this whole thing is going to be very snowy. This is going to be high in the mountains. Very, very snowy, very, very cold. Right, so we get a little bit of that on top there. You know, all these flat sections can be super, super snowy. To skibbity or not to skibbity? I think we know the answer to that question. Ooh, here we can do something cool, right? Where, like, check this out. We've got this tiny little peak right here. The very top could be snowy, but this little section right there, it's actually not going to be snowy because it's so steep. We don't actually want the snow there. Could fill these in, get the cool snow-capped vibes going on here, right? Like that. There we go. And of course, this pathway, which frankly should probably get smoothed a bit, this pathway is also going to be covered in snow. So we should probably smooth that out because it's kind of looking a little bit weird. And we can go ahead and give that a snow layer as well on top. Right, so like it's not much of a path, but it's a start. I know these parts are going to be very, very steep. This part's almost a little too steep, I feel like. But maybe it's okay. We do want to have like steep, snowy slopes, so I'm going to be hiking up these big, snowy slopes. So I feel like it's probably okay. We're just doing a little manual pass here. Probably okay that they're really steep. Like, that is very, very steep. But I think it's alright. I think it's okay. It's just, I'm just going to have to stumble my way through it. I'm literally just going to have to tough it out. The drop guy was something, yep. Maybe he got his drop, who knows. Terraforming, yeah, we're trying our best here. You you know, doing a little manual pass, because Axiom's great, but it's not perfect, right? We can't do everything in Axiom. We gotta do these little corners, little crevices in, well, not in anything, by hand, right? I think that's all right for now. And then let's see, clean that up a tad bit. Bring that over there. Bring you over there. Oop. Yeah. That's a start. Now for the rest of this, we want to select the stone. We want to select all the stone, as a matter of fact. And this is going to be painted. I wanna say we're going to start with the noise. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to do a trick that I like. We're actually going to start with a gradient painter. And we're going to start with... Yeah, let's start with a deep slate. We're actually going to go really, really dark mountain. So it's going to start with a deep slate. We're going to go even darker to a smooth basalt. Actually, I want deep slate, regular deep slate. Bring that into some mud. Into some blackstone, into some coal block. We're getting really, really dark here. And what we do is we select the highest point, which is about there, and the lowest point, which is about there. And I got it backwards. We select the lowest point, which is about there. We're not counting all this stuff down there. It's going to be out of frame. Select the highest point, and this just auto does the gradient for us. We just paint around. I could have gone with the larger brush. Oh well. And we just paint this entire thing. And it do be doing that gradient for us. Now, of course, it's not doing any sort of texture blending. Right? It's all... Am I getting this right? Oh, I'm getting this right. It's all going to be like a very uniform texture. But it's alright. It's alright. Wait, am I going to get it backwards again? How did I manage to get it backwards again? Whoops. Let's do that the other way. Did I just mess that up again? Yeah, hold on. Why is it doing that? And then here. Okay, there we go. There we go. I figured it out. Jeez. Using a larger brush this time so it doesn't take forever. And we bring that all the way around. And it's a start, you know, it's something. It's better than what we had before. But of course, we have to get every single side. Another round of that gradient painter from the top to the bottom. Oops. From the top to the bottom. And that should paint in the backside of this mountain range pretty nicely. Axiom is crazy. I know. It's just... What do you think of Noel, your alter ego? I'm fine with messing with my name for alter egos as long as it's not Elon. Let's not go there. But mix up the name anywhere else. Any other way you like. Just no Elon, please. Thank you. Axiom, I mean, listen, I wish I could learn how to use Axiom well too. This has been a lot of practicing, a lot of trying, and I'm still not very good at this tool. You should see people that are like actually good at this tool, like Ash, my boy Ash. Axiom legend right there. But yeah, I want to then go in with a little bit of more of the noise painter, but this time I'm using diorite. And we're going to be doing just a teensy bit of diorite around here, and we're going to be blending the white snow with the dark of, you know, the rock. And copy and paste stuff, that's about it. Fair enough. Well, hey, actually, if you got a couple hours to spend, and I know that's a big ask, but you can take this video in pieces, and that's completely okay. But Ash actually has an incredible Axiom tutorial. This video is really great. Really, really comprehensive. Highly recommend checking it out. It's definitely the best Axiom guide out there. So, you know what to do. Yep, Ash spent a long time making this, and he is one of, if not the best Axiom user I know. So take it from me when I say that this video is in fact goated with the sauce. Highly recommend giving that a watch. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to get through, you've been warned, but it's worth it. You'll come out the other side in Axiom Pro. I have not seen all of it, I've seen a bit of it. I've seen some of it. I need to go watch the rest of it, because I'm lacking in Axiom. I know the tools that I do know, I know pretty well, but the tools that I don't know, I'm pretty terrible at. Opinions on Boeing 747. As long as they stay in the sky, I'm a fan. So yeah, with a little bit of diorite, we've kind of like, you know, made a little bit of gradient work here. Just kind of having little bits of snow poke out into the rock sections. And that's important. It gives a little bit more texture. Also, hi, how are you? Hey, Utah Raptor, yes, welcome into the stream. I'm doing all right. We've been going for a little bit now doing Q&A stuff. I've been answering questions from chat, so if you have any questions, feel free to ask them here or in my Discord server. I was doing a whole bunch of Q&A stuff earlier. I've since run out of questions, so we are just chilling and building together. But yeah, this is meant to be a Q&A stream, so ask me anything you like. Within reason, of course. Don't ask me for my social security number, but I'm sure you know that already. Yeah, it's been fun. Been a good stream. Oops. Oh, well, I mean, if you like, but I prefer questions with meaning. All right, so now we can go in and all the different seams here where there's two different textures that are just cut off, right? One side or the other. We're going to noise painter that. We're going to do deep slate and we're going to do basalt. And we just do a little 50-50 mix, or maybe like that, maybe. And then what we do here is we can blend them. We can blend them very easily. And I'm going to use a tool mask. I'm going to say block equals, sorry, not equals. Let's do diorite, calcite, white concrete powder, snow, snow block. So this way we can use our tool without having to worry about overwriting the white snow. And it's pretty awesome. Tool masks are very powerful. What kind of mods do you enjoy from Minecraft if you play modded? Don't play a lot of modded. My favorite mods are the quality of life and building tool mods like Axiom. When I have played modded, I've loved just throwing myself into the deep end with the craziest mods out there. Like I had an old YouTube series, which you can still watch. It was fun. Old YouTube series with one of my IRL friends where we played through TNP Limitless 5, which is like an everything mod pack. It is just like every mod in the universe, and it was crazy, and I got so lost. It was a lot of fun though. It was a great time, and see, I'm kind of an everything or nothing kind of guy when it comes to mods. Particular song that you like listening to a lot recently? Good question. I've been listening to a good bit of Daft Punk actually. I know that's like, I don't know, probably not what you expected to hear, but I have really gotten into Daft Punk recently where I was not really into Daft Punk before, and I gotta say it's pretty awesome. Big fan. And so similar idea here, the basalt into the mud. You can kind of texture that up. Oh, mod pack with create mod. Oh, that sounds really cool. All right, well, good luck. Hope it all goes well. Making mod pack seems rather difficult. I recently played Dr. Trog's mod pack, Caverns and Creepers, with him and a couple other people on stream on Monday. So you can check that out if you're interested. We had a great time exploring this very D&D inspired like fantasy mod pack. It was really, really cool. But you can see, check this out, right? We had this really sharp boundary between the basalt and the mud. Very obvious Axiom job. You just kind of run over that with a little bit of the noise painter, and it just really blends it in pretty nicely. Love mermaids. Yeah, I was a merpenguin. It was pretty awesome. Nothing clashes. Yeah, because you're managing conflicts. You're making sure nothing is conflicting with each other. You've got all the right libraries, all the right tools installed. And I already do enough of that in my day job, so I'm not keen on doing too much of that outside. That's all good. For the people who enjoy it, you know, go off. Same idea here, by the way, mud to black stone. Those sharp edges are just being paved over. I know we've got little spots of stone. It's fine. No one's gonna see the back. And last but not least, the black stone to the coal. We're really getting down into the deep levels here. But we gotta have it anyways. We gotta have that blending. Gotta have that blending. Try to mod about birds. What mod had birds? That's cool. That sounds fun. I would like to play a mod about birds. Gotcha. Well, that's very nice of you that you're offering mods to other people. That's very kind of you. Ooh, you know what? This basalt needs a little bit of, I want to say, well, let's select all basalt first. This basalt needs a little bit of regular basalt. Just a tad. We're only setting 31%, so roughly a third of the blocks will be changed. We just kind of go in here with a huge brush, paint over everything. And I would say that looks a little bit better, having a little bit more texture variety there. I'm a big fan of that. What we do need to do, though, is add more snow. These mountains are not nearly snowy enough. Snow. And, of course, calcite. And, of course, white concrete powder. Where are you? There you are. Wait, that's white concrete. White concrete powder. And we just get all these snowy peaks. They're all just snowy peaks, and they're all cool. Exotic birds. All right, well, I'll have to try that out sometime. That sounds awesome. One of my favorite mods is also called What Are You Voting For? It's a mod that adds all the old mob vote losers back into the game. Of course, I just wanted it to have penguins. But that's what mod I used to bring penguins into the game for that video I made a while back, a little bit over a year ago, where I built a custom frozen penguin biome. It was really cool. I liked it a lot. You gotta vote for the penguin. I'm glad you did. That's a W right there. That's a big W. Voting for penguin, that's a W in my book. Friends and foes have added the penguin. Ooh, okay, good to know. Good to know. I'll have to check these out at some point. Yeah, as you can see, I'm not huge into modern Minecraft, but some of those mods are pretty awesome. What can I say? Now these are starting to really feel like snowy peaks, if you ask me. I'm actually quite proud of, not proud, but I'm okay with this texturing. You know, you throw on some shaders, you make this all snowy, make it nighttime. I think it would be pretty cool. The glow squid. I'm fine with the glow squid. I think it's funny. Yeah, we needed a lot more snow in these mountains, and now you can really see the difference. I mean, look at this. This is really coming together. We do need to paint the sides a little bit more. It's getting a little obvious where I haven't been painting. But I think that for you know, the purposes of this scene, it's kind of nice. I'm liking it. Grass jelly with coconut milk. I've never had that before, but I would assume it's pretty good. It sounds very good. Oh, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add in some diorite. We're going to make this much higher chances, and we're going to paint this through here. Oh, except we got to clear that. Because this pathway, we can really get into some, like, let's see, some really, like, darker blocks. You know, some gray blocks, perhaps? Maybe, like, light gray concrete powder, maybe even, in this pathway. Right, we do a little bit of diorite coming through. And because the center of this pathway, you can dock the tool mask. You can. It's just right there. Also, hi Musemel, welcome into the stream. Obligatory.
I feel so Sigma. I feel so Sigma.
What? Oh, wrong button. But yes, you can dock them. It's great. It doesn't need to just sit out there in the open. Absolutely game changing. I agree. I feel so Sigma. I know. I also feel so Sigma. And we can just go ahead and paint in some light gray concrete powder. Get this really, really small pathway running through the middle. I just don't really want any, like, explicitly any snow in the middle. Jump scared every time I join your stream. Well, Muse, if one day I ever get a different sound bite of you that's less jump scary, maybe I will use that instead. You should give me bread. I like bread. Bread is tasty. Bread is very tasty. We could even go as dark as andesite, which is a crazy thing to say because andesite is already a very light block. But we could even do a little bit of andesite here. Bread, just a little, just a tad, you know, just for, because there's a little bit too much concrete powder here now. Yummy bread. I know, bread's so good. Just give me all the bread and I will make a bunch of sandwiches. Just a tad bit of andesite here to break up the concrete powder. It's a little bit too much light gray concrete powder. Yeah, Muse and everybody else, what do you think of this pathway through the snowy mountains we've been making? It's not my most amazing Axiom job in the world, but for a quick little thing, I think it's all right. More texture variety in the darkest blocks. Well, actually, I used coal blocks for the dark texture, and I'm kind of proud of it. I think it's an underrated pick. You know, it doesn't have that kind of purplish hue, purplish reddish hue that Blackstone does, so it doesn't really fit. But I think it's okay. We could have even gone like black concrete powder, perhaps. I don't know. I think we're going to do a little bit of decor here. We're going to do a little bit of icicle. A little bit of icicle work here. I love me some good icicles. What can I say? So I think we're going to add a couple little icicle bits here. Just because, you know, overhangs, right? Overhangs, add a little bit of ice. I think it's cute. There's not very many overhangs in this build. In the game. Oh, yeah, in the game itself. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. Don't worry. The mountains are all right. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best with these mountains. I've seen so many amazing mountains because you got people like Ash and Zep who just make the most crazy mountains. And it's like, they've made my mountains always feel cringe by comparison. Like, I know my mountains aren't nearly as good as theirs, but I guess they maybe are still okay mountains, objectively speaking. It's just hard to compare yourself to people like Ash in terms of building and not just be very wowed, but also very humbled. They are crazy. I know. They're ridiculous. They're really, really crazy. Oh! I just remembered. We have one very important thing to add in this mountain range. How could I forget? First of all, let's turn on some shaders. See what this actually feels like with the shaders on. All right. Let's do weather, rain. And of course, we got to actually make this a snowy biome. So let's go get out the biome painter. Just right there. A basketball court. Close. But yeah, I'm adding something cool here. Hold on. Fill vertically. Let's do snowy plains or snowy slopes. And let's get this entire thing snowy, so we can get some snow in here. Lahaj, yes or no? I don't know how to actually pronounce that. I know that's not how it's pronounced. But yes, they're cute. I think they're funny. I think it's very funny that they've become like a symbol of like trans, trans community and whatnot. Because it's really just a cute little guy from IKEA. Like if it wasn't the fact that if I were to buy one, people would probably assume I'm trans, I would probably buy one. Because I don't want people to incorrectly assume that about me. But I also think the shark is really cute. Blahi? Is that how you say it? Okay, if I'm getting that right. Cool. Alright. Shaders. We already got the snow. Time set. Night. It's almost a little too bright, to be honest. Time set. Midnight. Oh, get those real dark mountains here. Yeah. And weather. You have one. Nice. Okay, my shaders really turned down the snow. We're going to see if we can fix that right now. We're going to do some on-the-fly shader editing. Atmosphere. Don't remember if I can do this. Camera. Color balance. Color grading. Where was it? Materials? No. There was some way of changing this. Where was this? Atmosphere color multipliers, nighttime, rainy, snowy weather. It's not a way to amp up the amount of snow. There's not enough snow here. Nighttime. I feel like nighttime should be a little bit darker. No. Full moon in snowy biome. I mean, I could turn this on. It's not what I wanted, though. Yeah, there's not enough snow here. I might have to use slightly different. If I switch over to complementary, is the snow better? No, the snow is really minimal either way. That's wild. Why? The snow is like barely there. The weather is in fact raining, which means it's snowing here, but there's like no snow. Y'all can see this, right? There's like barely any snow here. That's messed up, man. I go outside. If I go outside the bounds, it's raining. Could also barely see that. Why is this so not snowy? Why did you eat all the snow? That's messed up, man. That's so messed up. Global warming. Yeah, fair enough, I guess. Why did you eat the snow? That's cringe. Regardless, though, we'll have the shaders. Anyways, the secret thing I was supposed to add here, right? I was supposed to add a secret thing. Well, actually, I also want some boulders here. So, like, snowy boulders, like piles of snow, because this path is too wide. But we're gonna take an iron door. Sorgy. We're gonna put an iron door in here. Where is it gonna go? I think it's gonna go right there. Sorgy. We're gonna take them textures. We're gonna stack that all the way back. No texture blending whatsoever. It's fine. I'm gonna take some black concrete. Yeah, Sorgy. It's from that one video where like you're getting like smashed by like a metal pipe, and some anime girl is like, "Sorry, so Sorgy, so and meanwhile she's just like just smacking you with a metal pipe. It's like that. You know what I'm talking about? It's that video. Anyways, iron door in mountain. Ooh, what if wait, hold on, we could cover it in snow. What if we covered it in oh, that would be cool. Like that. We build up a little snowy thing right here to like partially conceal it. Oh, that's awesome. I like that a lot. We're gonna do that. That video is my spiritual animal. Yeah, fair enough. All right, we're gonna do little tiny rocks. There's actually a special tool here, the rock tool. Snow. Grab some snow. And we make tiny little guys. Lobotomies are expensive, yeah. The rock tool is not always very cooperative at very small scales though. See if I can get it to work. I knows every meme ever. I wish. I think I just have a good memory and a lot of internet access. Yeah, we just need these little boulders here, right? Sorry, I forgot to talk there for like 20 seconds. I was so hashtag locked in on these boulders. I was just not thinking about the fact that I am streaming. But these little snow boulders? Snolders! 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 They add little bits of like stuff to the path. They cover up parts of the path. You know, they make it a little bit more difficult to traverse. Hashtag Snolders. Snolders! Yeah! And of course we have to do a little bit of polish on them Snolders. Get that. Yo, Snolders gang, rise up. Who snoldering their Snolders right now? Click like. Gotta polish up them Snolders a little bit just because they're kind of oddly shaped. I'm not in this gang. Any Snolders in the oh my god, that green, the brat chat, that's crazy. That's powerful. That's some aura right there. But yeah, you got stuff like this, which just looks awful close up. So we gotta fix that, you know? We could even get a little fancy with the snow layers. I think we will, just for a little bit more detail. Like, I don't want to go too crazy with it because you could be placing snow layers for your entire life and still not have placed enough snow layers. But we're going to try and maybe do a little bit of smooth snow. Oh, you could even do it like here to really, really emphasize the fact that this... Look at this! Secret iron door. Where does it go? Put a little button here, a pale oak button here. Doesn't do anything because block updates are turned off. There we go. Except how do I get in this thing? Ooh, powder snow goes here. That way you could technically get in it. Here's a secret door. Where does it lead? We may never know. But. Look at that secret door. Ooh. It leads to the void. It does not lead to the void. In fact, it leads to a certain location that you will find out all about on April 1st. No. It actually does lead somewhere. Listen, do you think I don't listen to the worms on my head? Have you heard anything on the stream?
Way bigger than I thought.
I think I do listen to the worms in my head. Thank you very much. I'd really go for some Taco Bell right now, I'm not gonna lie. Since y'all brought up that Taco Bell, I've been thinking about it, and Taco Bell would hit right about now. At least 3 apples? Sure, we'll go with that. Regular stream question of, is he neurodivergent or just very brain rotted? Did they bring up my Taco Bell? Yes! A certain somebody brought up your Taco Bell. It's looking great, by the way. I checked it out. Looks absolutely awesome. You did a really good job with that. Like, seriously, well done. I approve. As the restaurant builder guy, I very much approve what you've done with that Taco Bell. It looks awesome. Love the Taco Bell. Took a quick little peek on it on AA. Looks great. Alright, this path is looking a heck of a lot better with our favorite little snolders in place. Oh my god, that's added so much to this place. Yeah, let's do a little something here. That's too much. There we go. Got a little snolder action going on here. It's look the snow boulders really added a lot to this, I'm not gonna lie. My only concern, though, is, like, how much of this outside scene is going to be visible? I guess I'll have to do some, like, the gender evil bathroom was great, yeah. No, I got a good laugh out of that. It was awesome. Slab, let's do a little bit of maybe andesite slab. Hey! Hey, no snitching! No snitching! No, we don't allow snitches in here. You were supposed to keep that a secret. How could you? How could you? I am being wronged by my stream. They are committing crimes. Mods, put him in the torture nexus. 500 hours skibbity toilet. Speaking of torture nexus, Saturday's video is gonna be so fire. I know I mentioned this. Yeah, scrungle them. Hey, Elfie, welcome back. Yeah, Saturday's video is gonna be sick. I had a great time. Actually, Muse, you were here. You may or may not have made an appearance in Saturday's video. That'll be fun. That'll be lots of fun. I'm very happy with how it turned out, as you can see. Gonna have some banger videos coming up back to back. Saturday's video, 10 builders video is gonna be awesome. Next video after that is April Fools, and then I think the video after that even, I think I know what I'm gonna be doing, and it's gonna be great. So, y'all are in for a good month or so of awesome content coming from me. And not even to mention, March 26th is the third surprise of March. And that's coming up very soon. That's in 6 days for me. Maybe 5 for some of you. That's going to be a big one. You guys are going to like what's coming on March 26th. That's not even the videos, not even the April Fools, completely separate from everything else. I got big plans. I got cool stuff to show you. It's going to be great. I've had some stuff sitting on the back burner for a long time, and it's going to finally come out. I'm getting a lobotomy, exactly. Live lobotomy stream happening soon, by the way. No, it's actually going to be really cool. I think you'll like it. Okay, this landscape is looking solid. We got our secret door, which leads somewhere. I think the snowy... I mean, yeah, like... Why did it get so dark? What? It's weird. coming up through here, right? Like, let's go spectator mode it. You can if you want to, you don't have to. But like, let's just do a little fly through here. Let's take off the Q&A stream. We don't need that anymore. Flying up through here, very slowly, admiring the snowy slopes as we hike our way up through the vast, endless, ooh, floating snow. Ooh, vast, endless, snowy peaks. Making our way through these tall, icy mountains. And oh, what do we have? We have a secret door. Oh my, where could that lead? You'll find out on April 1st. Yeah, this looks great. This looks pretty good. I like it. Let's take this back to noon. Let's clear the weather. And folks, I think we are going to call it a night. It's been a great stream. I've had a blast answering y'all's questions, but I think we've been going for almost 3 hours here. I think it was a good time to call it. We've done some great work on the snowy biome. And yeah, we've answered a whole bunch of questions from you guys. So let me just see who else is. Oh, lots of people are streaming right now. All right. Biome. Very cool. Nice. Well, that's been a good stream. We are going to go ahead and raid. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. You better not be going anywhere because we are going to go raid. Let's see. Who are we going to go raid? Good question. You know what? We already raided this person, but we're going to go raid them again. Nature of Gaming is doing a subathon, and we're gonna go show our support. So, raid message. What's our raid message? Let's do W Nature subathon. W Riz. W Gaming. That's our raid message, folks. We are going to go raid. Nature, go say hi. Rage message. We're going to go raid. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Show your support to Nature and her subathon. And take care of yourselves. Let's go raid. Have a good night, everybody.